Welcome everyone on the YouTube. Let me move you guys back a bit. There you go. There you go. Oh, let me turn the camera on. Hey guys, good morning. Located between Sheridan Street and Hollywood Boulevard on Highway 4. Good morning, good morning. Midnight. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
This is Brian Craig with a huge announcement from MyPillow.
That's right.
Now, at MyPillow.com, you can get deep discounts on all MyPillow products.
Where is that story? I just had a story I wanted to share.
The new radio listener specials. Make sure to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E,
yes.
for all of these incredible deals.
Welcome, everyone.
I sleep on a MyPillow. My wife sleeps on a MyPillow. My daughter Emily sleeps on a MyPillow. Even my dog Nina is sleeping on her MyPillow pet bed. The discounts include buy one MyPillow, get the second for free. The Giza Dream Sheets, the mattress topper, the MyPillow dog bed, the MyPillow body pillow for only $29.99. But you got to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout. All MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials and get these huge discounts on all MyPillow products when you use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E.
Wait a second, what am I looking for? Son of a gun. Oh yeah. I wanted to look up something here. Coming on now.
Radio special deals. Go to mypillow.com right now and click the new radio listener specials and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I've got Starbucks here.
To Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs.
I was out of coffee at home, so I stopped off at Starbucks. I've had 2 bottles of water already, though. I'm sticking with my hydration.
Call 1-855.
I'll wait till you hear this. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding about girls. Really, what girls want to have sex, young, hot girls want to have sex with Donald Trump men. You'll hear it in just a second. I'm not kidding. Oh, yeah. All righty. Welcome. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. Welcome. This is the longest running radio show in the state of Florida. And we are just a little more than a month away from our third biggest and best Steve Kane cruise. I'm so excited. We're going to the Cayman Islands. I mean, I used to go out with a girl in high school from the Cayman Islands. And she used to tell me how beautiful the Cayman Islands were. Or we're going to find out. They're not so, I'm really looking forward to it. Cayman Islands, Costa Maya. We're going to visit the Mayan ruins together. Cozumel. We're just going to have a great time. And you are all invited. That's right. Oh, man. So much going on. So much to talk about. It's October 2nd, 2019. Donald Trump is calling it a coup, not an impeachment. We're going to talk about that. I was out of coffee at home today, so I stopped by Starbucks, and I do drink Starbucks sometimes. I did find something I like. My daughter used to work at Starbucks. She used to be a barista. She's not a barista anymore. So she knows, I can't understand the Starbucks lingo. For adults over the age of 35, trying to figure out how to order at Starbucks is like us trying to use Snapchat. I mean, it really is. I mean, any of you ever confused? I don't know how to order at Starbucks. When I order things, I don't know what I'm getting. So my daughter told me to get something last week, and it's really good. She text messaged me what to get because I would forget what it was. So I get a large blonde Americano, which is really good. I got to tell you, it's got no creamer in it and no milk. They make it just with water. And it's pretty good. I feel like a liberal going to Starbucks in the morning. But every time I go to Starbucks, I just feel out of place because I don't understand how to order. I have a Starbucks card app on my phone, and I paid with that so I can get my daughter got me set up and all this stuff, so I get the Starbucks points, and I'm very very uncomfortable there, and I find that the people that work at Starbucks are kind of cliquey. Back in the day, people my age, you'll remember this. Remember like the record stores like Peaches? We had Peaches in Florida. It was Peaches nationwide. And I remember I would go to Peaches, and this was true at record stores in general. In the days of the record store, when you would go into these chain record stores, the people that work in the record stores back in those days, not anymore because there really are not any record stores. If I ever see like a store that's selling DVDs and things like that today, I always have, it must be some money laundering operation, right? But when I would go to Peaches and Specs and Q Records back in the 80s, and even in the 90s, the people that worked there all acted like they were in some band. They all, didn't you know what I mean? They acted like they were in some rock band, like they were some hot local indie rockers, and all they did was sell the cassette tapes, and see, that's how and they were very cliquey, very cliquey. That's how I feel at Starbucks. I don't understand the drinks, and this one here, my daughter said, no, get the blonde Americano. And what my daughter told me is the blonde coffee is roasted the least, and the less a coffee is roasted, the higher the caffeine content, which I did not know. So I went in and ordered it, a blonde Americano, and she says, do you know what that is, what you just ordered, Dad? And I said, well, Americano, I guess it's American coffee. No, it's not. I think it's espresso. I don't know. But do any of you ever feel uncomfortable when you order in Starbucks? I do. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But I do like this blonde Americano. I feel like a liberal going into Starbucks and ordering coffee. All right, hey, listen, welcome. There's a lot more to talk about than Starbucks. But I do, now I know, come on. I am not the only one that doesn't understand how to order. I was up at Universal Studios Orlando not that long ago. And I was at the Starbucks in the hotel by myself. And I actually Googled how to order a coffee that I was trying to get. So when I went up there, I didn't look like an idiot. I know. It's pretty embarrassing, but it's true. It's true. Yes. All right, well, listen, so much going on. The coup continues. Now, I found something online early this morning when I was doing my show prep that I thought I would share with all of you. Young, hot, drunk girls want to have sex with Trump voters. And in the live stream descriptions, I didn't say it exactly like that. I said, women want to be with Trump voters, or some variation of that. And there is a video that I found at the Gateway Pundit this morning. And by the way, the Gateway Pundit is one of the best conservative websites out there. It's what the Drudge Report used to be back in the Clinton days. I mean, it's really good, the Gateway Pundit. It's what Breitbart was when Andrew Breitbart was alive. It's very good. And they have a video from some vloggers that have a website called The Daily Dropout. And they go on the street, and they're out on the street, I guess near some clubs, and they're talking to young, hot, drunk girls. Young, hot, drunk girls. You've seen these videos before, these types of videos. It's nothing new. And what they're asking them is, what's more important to them? A guy with money or a guy with looks? And let me play this for you. And this is very, very interesting. Hot, drunk girls want to have sex with Donald Trump voters. They want to marry Trump voters. They want to marry men who love Trump. And I want to talk about that. Let me pull this up. Where is this? Okay, here it is. So this is the Daily Dropout. They're talking and on the street to hot, drunk girls in all their club skirts. And none of them have men around. They're traveling in their, I know they call them squads, but back in my single days, we used to talk about how girls traveled in packs, right? And it makes them unapproachable for most mortal men. But so they're with their squads, because they're squads now. Is squad still in? And so anyway, this guy, he says, is it money or looks? What do you want? And listen to the responses.
Type. So if money is our type, then
Oh, by the way, before I play this, I put in the bleeps this morning. So if you go to Gateway Pundit, you can watch the video without the bleeps. And where the bleeps are the F words. Okay, I bleeped out the F words in this because we're on the radio, you know.
Type. So if money's their type, then walk to the next.
What happens if the guy is, just like, he's sleeping on your couch, he's kind of mooching on you? What happens then? But he's a really good-looking guy. Then what do you do?
Absolutely not.
You cut him off.
Cut him off. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Go to-
Tell him to up because he's a liberal.
Whoa!
Did you hear that? So if the guy's sleeping on her, it's going to get worse. All right. So the guy, what if the guy's sleeping on your couch? She says, I'm going to tell him to get the F out. He's probably a liberal. Listen to this. And then there's more. Listen to this. I know.
You cut him off.
Cut him off. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Go to-
Tell him to up because he's a liberal.
Whoa! Spin
He
zone.
probably voted for Hillary Clinton and Kim. Donald Trump, baby! Donald Trump, baby! 2020, yeah! 2020!
Yeah. So those are the young, hot, drunk club girls. And, it's an interesting thing about alcohol because, what alcohol does is make you honest as hell, in my experience. And I know it's pretty good stuff, isn't it? I know. I'm going to play that, I think, every hour on the show today. You single guys out there, wear your Trump gear and go clubbing. When people are drunk, and they lose their inhibitions, they tell you what they really think. And these girls sitting in their college classes may not talk openly that way. But why do they want Trump men and not ready for Hillary men? Because what is Trump? He's an example of what a man is supposed to be. And it's an interesting thing. Although this went really downhill when I was growing up, in the 70s and 80s, who do you think? What man in the 1970s and early 80s was the textbook example of what a man is supposed to be? What celebrity? Right now it's Donald Trump, according to these drunk club girls with their squad. But in the late 70s and early 80s, what celebrity was the definition of what a man is supposed to be? Do you know who? And think about this one. It's not Han Solo. Bruce Jenner. I know, it's Bruce Jenner. It's exactly right. Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner. No, not Tom Selleck. No. Not Sam Elliott. No. Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner. Yeah, I know. And he was the Olympian. He was a celebrity. He was an actor. He could do everything. But now this is, Irma in the chat says her daughter will not date a liberal. Because to be a conservative who supports Trump is to be a man. To be a man who's ready for Hillary or a liberal is to be a pansy. It's to be effeminate. It's to, a guy who's ready for Hillary or votes for any of these Democrats that doesn't support Trump probably wears Toms. And Toms are, I know, Toms are all right, but they're girl shoes. And I just thought that was spectacular. Let me play it again. So this is great stuff.
Type. So if money's their type, then walk to the next.
What happens if the guy is, just like, he's sleeping on your couch, he's kind of mooching on you? What happens then? But he's a really good-looking guy. Then what do you do?
Absolutely not.
You cut him off.
Cut him off. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Go to-
Tell him to up because he's a liberal.
Whoa! Spin
He
zone.
probably voted for Hillary Clinton and Kim. Donald Trump, baby! Donald Trump, baby! 2020, yeah! 2020!
Yeah, sorry, Hillary. Here's Hillary Clinton trying to resurrect her hopes of being president. They got her filled with Botox and all kinds of things to make her look healthy and younger and hip and all this stuff. And women, I'm of the opinion. Now again, I'm just a guy. I've been married. I don't know how long I've been married. I've been married over 25 years, or about 25 years. I don't know how long have I been married. I don't know. I was married in '96, so I'm going on 25 years. This will be my 24th wedding anniversary. So I've been married a long time. But I've always been of the opinion that women want a man, and a man is Donald Trump, not some ready for Hillary or Beto type. And, I remember my friends of my single days, and I know a lot of you women will relate to this, okay? A lot of guys that I knew, I was always a lucky guy. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I never was, it was never hard for me to meet girls, probably because I've worked in radio since I was like 19 years old, so, But regardless of all that, my friends that had a hard time meeting girls, when they would meet a girl, the first thing they would talk about would what? They'd whine about their old girlfriend. They'd whine about their old girlfriends. And I know women, a lot of guys probably don't aware of that. And I would tell my friends, don't whine about your old girlfriend. You're not dating your mommy. Women don't want to be a mommy. They want a strong man that's a man. Like, we don't want to, men, we don't want a woman that's a man, right? You want a woman who's a woman. Or if you're dating, you want girls that are, feminine. You don't want to date a man. So, yeah, exactly. So this does not come as a surprise to me that young, hot club girls want to have sex with Trump supporters. I think that's spectacular. I'm going to send that to the president and to Don Jr., because I think they need to see that. I think they'd get a kick out of it. All right, listen, we'll take our break 20 minutes after the hour. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show on the radio since 1977. We'll be right back.
Brian Craig, and I want to tell you about Dr. Mitch Matez at the Boca Raton Center for Age Management. He's my anti-aging doctor. That's right, I have an anti-aging doctor now. This year, I turned 45, and I was starting to slow down a bit. I met with Dr. Matez, and
oh boy,
my testosterone level was low. We men begin losing our testosterone starting at age 30, and it goes down every year after that. Dr. Matez told me I was approaching the beginning of
That's some good
andropause.
Stuff.
That's the male equivalent of menopause.
Hey, I am very good with the dating advice. Let me tell you something.
They're tiny little pellets inserted under my skin. And now my testosterone levels are being restored
Come on.
to where they were when I
Women,
was 25 years old.
how many times did you go out with a guy and he whines about his old girlfriend? Women don't want some wuss who cries and whines.
Wonders for women by reversing the symptoms.
Believe me, Carly.
Like the night sweats and the mood swings. Men and women.
I know women will tell you that how many guys did you go out with and all they talked about was their old girlfriend.
Menopause. Call Dr. Matez and meet with him about bioidentical hormone pellet therapy. It works for me, and it'll work for you too. He's located in Boca, and his website is Hormone Therapy.
No, you can talk about whatever you want. I don't care.
Or give him a call, 561-953-5490. 561-953-5490. And tell him Brian Craig sent you.
The Medicare open enrollment period is here. Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080, and allow her to educate and guide you through the many plans, choices, and cost considerations. I Will Advisors represents all major insurance companies, not just a single carrier, so they will make sure you choose the best option for you. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors at 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080.
This is Steve King inviting you to come see the all-new Toyota of Hollywood.
Oh, boy.
For the past 4 years in a row, Toyota of Hollywood has been #1
Yeah.
in volume for Toyota sales in the
I know,
Southeast
Hillary.
region of the United States. There are lots of places you can shop for a new car, but there is only one Toyota of Hollywood where you will be treated like royalty. The service you receive at Toyota
Good
of
morning,
Hollywood is
chivalry,
second to
yeah.
none. No high-pressure sales, no hassle,
That's
no
right.
haggling, just the best deal on the brand new Toyota of your choice. At Toyota of Hollywood, there is a full line of new and pre-owned Toyotas, sure to meet the needs of you and your family.
Yes, Kelly. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe.
Grandkids as well. It's roomy, it's comfortable, it drives like a dream. And then there's my favorite model of Toyota, the Camry.
Really?
I've owned 3 of them over the years, and boy, are they made to last. That's right. You take.
I mean, if
care
you're a
of your
man
Toyota,
who supports
it will
Democrats,
take care
I
of
mean,
you.
you're
Then, of course,
a
there's
pansy.
starter car for the kids and
What kind of
college,
man?
fabulous
Think about it. I'll ask this when I get back. You guys call me on the air about this.
Price
Call me on the air about
perfectly
this.
for that first car when you shop at Toyota of Hollywood. Make sure you ask for Steve Ostrov. That's right, he's the GM. He's a big Steve Kane fan. And
Oh, don't worry. I'll get to the Eric
he's
Holder
the
stuff, too,
deal
and then-
of a lifetime. The new Toyota of Hollywood, 400,000 square feet with the most gorgeous Toyota automobiles you have ever seen. Located
Brian Craig on
between
YouTube.
Sheridan
Brian
Street
Craig
and
on
Hollywood
YouTube.
Boulevard on Highway 441, open till midnight. Tell him Steve Kane sent you.
I'm live streaming there now. I have hundreds of videos on YouTube.
Show on OReilly Radio.
All right, welcome back. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show. We, I was talking about these hot, drunk club girls. They want to have sex with Trump voters, not Hillary pansies. And you got to ask yourself this, and I'll throw this out. I will throw this out to you. What kind of man votes Democrat as opposed to a man who votes Republican? Really, I want you to think about that. What kind of man votes for Democrats? A strong, manly man or a girly pansy? Exactly. Hey, listen, so much going on, so much to talk about. It's true. Someone, I'd mentioned that Starbucks, with my Starbucks coffee today, someone said walk into the Starbucks with my Trump gear on. I will. I wear Trump shirts. I don't wear Trump shirts too much. I got to get some new ones because most of my Trump shirts, I've worn them out. I got to order some new ones. But I wear my Trump shirts in the Starbucks. I don't care. All right, so Hillary Clinton, she gave this interview, and she was asked, what is the gutsiest thing she's ever done? Hillary Clinton, she's running for president again.
Ask you, what is the gutsiest thing you've ever done? Boy, I think the gutsiest thing I ever done, well, personally, make the decision to stay in my marriage.
Yeah. Now, make the decision to stay in her marriage, if that's what you call that. It's more of a sick, twisted business arrangement. Yeah, I know, right? The reporter didn't. Now, I'll just play you this little part of it because there's more about this I want to talk about. But listen to what the reporter does.
Ever done, well, personally, make the decision to stay in my marriage. Publicly, politically, run for president. And keep going. Just get up every day and keep going. I love it. Chelsea, how about you?
I love it. The reporter's response is, I love it. Well, this is so interesting about these old-fashioned liberal feminists like Hillary and these mainstream media women who think they're feminist. Hillary Clinton's husband is a sick, sick man. He's been accused of multiple rapes and sexual assaults and beating women up. He's had sex with anything that walked by him. And when Hillary Clinton says the gutsiest thing she's ever done is made the decision to stay in her marriage, and the interviewer says, I love it. This was this ABC News? I can't remember which outlet did that. If someone let me know. Is that ABC News? Whatever it is. The follow-up is not, I love it. The follow-up is, oh, Mrs. Clinton, at what point did you actually think about not staying in your marriage? Because that's what if she made a decision to stay in her marriage, that means she was thinking hard about leaving her scumbucket pervert of a husband, Bill Clinton. And this reporter, I love it. Hillary Clinton, these drunk club girls and the squad, do you think they would stay with a man who was being accused of rape, beating women up, and having sex with everyone that walked by? I'd like to ask those drunk girls about that. But Hillary thinks, but the reporter, this would be very interesting stuff. I'd mentioned this to a caller yesterday, that if Hillary Clinton would have left Bill Clinton, she'd have a lot of respect from people. Hillary Clinton's got a lot of problems, okay, so far as a presidential candidate. The first couple times she lost, right? She lost to Obama. She lost to, of course, President Trump. One of Hillary Clinton's biggest problems is that she stood by her creep of a husband. He didn't have an affair. He's basically almost a sex offender of sorts, being accused of rape. She stood by a guy who didn't step out and have an affair that he regretted. He was engaged in sexual activities with other women the entire time they were together. And I hear this feminist, modern mainstream media reporter say, I love it, I love it. That's not the way a real reporter would go at it. The real reporter is, Mrs. Clinton, when did you consider possibly ending your marriage? Was it when you were in the White House? Was it after you left the White House? When was this, Mrs. Clinton? And you know what? I think that's a very interesting. Yeah, Jennifer Flowers had an affair with her for 10 years. He had a decade-long affair with Jennifer Flowers in Arkansas. Hillary Clinton made a choice to allow her husband to behave this way because they were married for one reason and one reason only, for power, for personal prestige and influence. And they were just using the marriage to elevate themselves. So, I'm telling you, those drunk college girls, they wouldn't respect that. And I don't think many women do. And if Bill Clinton had just had an affair or even a couple of affairs, that would be a different scenario as opposed to a man who, a 10-year affair with Jennifer Flowers, that's not an affair. That's a relationship. Jennifer Flowers was more of a wife to him than Hillary Clinton. Jennifer Flowers was practically a common law wife. Okay? That's not, some guy who slipped up after work at the bar or something. And that is probably, I know Hillary Clinton has a lot of flaws, and everybody has opinions on Hillary Clinton, and I know most people that listen to this program don't like Hillary Clinton for different reasons, but I think her biggest flaw is just that. And not only did she stick by him when he had practically a marriage to Jennifer Flowers, when women would come forward who were sexually abused or mistreated, like Kathleen Willey, what Hillary Clinton would do would take part in an operation to try to destroy the reputation of that woman. Okay, and that's what she did. So she is not some way, that is her biggest weakness. But I would very much like to hear her tell honestly about her thoughts during the Lewinsky matter. People forget, Monica Lewinsky, was almost as big as the O.J. Simpson era. And it wasn't long after, because after the O.J. Simpson trial, the country had this thirst to have these huge sensational stories going on. And that Monica Lewinsky affair was bigger than people realize. People, if you didn't live through it, you'll never understand it. That's okay. I hear a lot of people like Steve talks about Manson. I mean, I know about Charles Manson, but I didn't live through it. You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing. And when you hear people say Monica Lewinsky or Lewinsky, it goes in one ear and out the other. But when Hillary Clinton went and talked to another man who's like Bill Clinton sexually, Matt Lauer, on the Today Show, and she talked about this vast right-wing conspiracy against my husband, the humiliation that she suffered because of that, because, Bill and Hillary Clinton had an arrangement so far as what he could do during the marriage. And the Lewinsky story, when Hillary Clinton went on the Today Show with Matt Lauer and said it was a vast right-wing conspiracy against her husband, Bill Clinton told her, I believe, that Monica Lewinsky was a liar and that, he had done, of course he's had all these affairs with all these women, but not her. And Hillary Clinton dealt with a humiliation that she's never dealt with. Well, it was the biggest humiliation Hillary Clinton dealt with in her life until election night when she lost to President Trump. And she was so sick she couldn't even come out on stage that night. But he really humiliated her then. And I promise you, that was probably that was the betrayal. Not that he had been accused of rape and had a marriage practically with Jennifer Flowers and all this stuff. It's that he lied to her about Lewinsky, and she went on the Today Show with Matt Lauer and said it was a vast right-wing conspiracy against her husband, the Lewinsky affair. That probably was the worst point in their entire marriage. And I imagine that is when she was considering leaving that scumbucket Bill Clinton. And this report, I love it. I love it. She doesn't even get into it. What a jerk.
Ask you, what's the gutsiest thing you've ever done? Boy, I think the gutsiest thing I ever done, well, personally, make the decision to stay in my marriage. Publicly, politically, run for president. And keep going. Just get up every day and keep going. I love it, Jill.
I love it. I love it. All right, if you're on hold, stand by. My name is Brian Craig. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. We have put in a new phone system this week, just so you know. And when I answer the phones, it's a bit of a different problem. I'm not going to go through the reasons why it's this way. There's reasons. There are reasons for everything we do around here on the Steve Kane Show, even though we may not tell you about them. Those of you on the cruise, though, I'll tell you some things. You'll hear some, when you go on the cruise, you get to hear all kinds of stuff, because Steve and I will share things we wouldn't share on the radio. But when I answer the phones, it's a little different on my end. You may not notice it that much, but there will be less interaction from me when I'm here alone. When I'm alone, you may not. I may just put you on hold without you ever hearing me talk to you. Okay, just so you know. So I know a lot of people have been calling in this week, and there is a new phone system, and it's a little different. And we did this on purpose for some reasons, which I'm not going to tell you, just because it's boring. All right, we'll take a break. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. We'll be right back after this.
I invite you to come see the all-new toy.
Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane Show. Hey, Steve Kane Show. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll take you first. Hold on.
But there is only one Toyota of Hollywood where you will be treated like royalty. The service you receive is second to none. No high-pressure sales, no hassle, no haggling, just the best deal on the brand new Toyota of your choice. At Toyota of Hollywood, there is a full line of new and pre-owned Toyotas sure to meet the needs of you and your family. I drive a Sienna van. Plenty of room, not only for the kids, but for the grandkids as well. It's roomy, it's comfortable. It drives like a dream. And then there's my favorite model of Toyota, the Camry. I've owned 3 of them over the years, and boy, are they made to last. That's right. You take care of your Toyota, it will take care of you. Then, of course, as a starter car for the kids.
Oh, third shift. Where are you at in the country? Which time zone are you in?
Ultimate in driving efficiency, priced perfectly.
I always I've always worked these kind of hours, and I love it. The only problem is my wife is on another schedule. So,
New Toyota of Hollywood, 400,000 square feet with the most gorgeous Toyota automobiles you have ever seen. Located between Sheridan Street and Hollywood Boulevard on Highway 441, open till midnight. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
Seniors, open enrollment is here. This is the one time of year you can make changes to your Medicare plan.
Yes, good morning.
Call Debbie.
Make sure you're all subscribed on YouTube.
954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. And have her review your Medicare plan. 954-753-8080.
Where in the world is everyone located? I don't mean your address. Like, what state, what country? Just state or country for not in America. Pennsylvania.
$450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you
state or country, he'll do it.
gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant
Texas,
in Coral
Florida.
Springs. The Siegel Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including
St. Louis, Missouri,
Plantation,
North Carolina,
Coral
Mississippi,
Springs.
Texas,
Call
Ohio.
FLA
Awesome.
3682.
Wisconsin. Oh.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on
Indiana.
iHeartRadio. Just search for WW.
Maui. Oh, my goodness. We've got someone from Maui. All right, welcome back. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. Before we go to the phones, I want to play this clip again. I got a lady on the line who wants to talk about this. So this guy that does this crazy thing online, he goes out on the street and talks to drunk girls on the street leaving clubs and puts the videos online. And he goes up to these drunk, hot club girls in their party dresses, and they're drunk, and asks them, is it money or looks? And what do you do if a guy's a bum and he's sleeping on the couch? And this is what the response was.
So if money's our type, then walk to the next.
What happens if the guy is, just like, he's sleeping on your couch, he's kind of mooching on you?
Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Nevada,
guy, then what do you do?
Maui,
Absolutely not.
You cut him
Fort
off.
Lauderdale.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't
I
anyway.
tell him to up because he's a liberal.
Whoa! Spin
He
zone.
probably voted for Hillary Clinton and Kim. Donald Trump, baby. Donald Trump, baby. 2020, yeah. 2020.
And I just find this spectacular because, as I was saying, when people are intoxicated is when they're most honest. And I believe women want real men, not pansies that vote Democrat. That's just my opinion. But let's unless they're an overbearing woman who wants to dominate a man and they want to be the man in the relationship. But all right, let's go to the phones. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, it's Amy from New Jersey.
Hey.
What comes to my mind when I think about what's going on is like they go to the club and they get pregnant, okay? Like they go and have sex and they wind up pregnant from like a one night stand, when they're drunk. But
Well, thanks, William.
What comes to my mind is the liberal guy is going to say, I'm going to get you to the abortion clinic. But to me, the Trump supporter guy, he's going to be more likely to take responsibility for that life that he created and not fool around. Maybe he thinks twice and doesn't use the girl.
I don't know. You've got the women, the perspective of a woman.
With Clinton.
Okay.
And then you got Bill Clinton, who won't even take a DNA test for Danny Williams. So
Yeah.
That they didn't even ask her about the boy that
By the way, Danny Williams is Bill Clinton's black son that he fathered with a Little Rock prostitute. Yeah, and looks just like him. Yeah.
Thinking that most likely you meet pro Trump people, and they're more likely to maybe not have this.
Well, when you hear these girls, these drunk girls in front of the club are all college age girls. Okay. And I think when you're talking, so we're talking about guys that are their age. If you look at a guy who's in his 20s and he's a Democrat, you're dealing with an effeminate guy. And in this day and age, this isn't the 50s or the 60s where you got John F. Kennedy and people like that. You've got Beto. You've got who's the gay mayor? Booty Judge. You got Booty Judge. You know what I mean?
So.
Yeah, and those aren't real men. They're not real tough guys. Women want rugged men who are the man in a relationship, not some pansy that's ready for Hillary.
I agree, but you got to look at, I've seen this, I've seen families where the guy's a liberal, and the family is so friggin' liberal. They're so into these causes, and they influence their son to be that way. So if he gets a woman pregnant, the guy's family is pushing the girl for an abortion. There was a story yesterday about a celebrity. I can't remember. It's too early
Fort Wayne,
to remember that. The celebrity's family was pushing their son to push the girl to get an abortion, and because they're so liberal. So, but she refused, and she went and had the baby anyways, and she's suing for paternity. I don't know. It was in yesterday's one of my feeds, but I just all I can think of is this liberal guy doesn't take responsibility.
I don't think it's about. That's an interesting. I don't think it's about abortion. I think women. I think women. Well, I know you've got a female perspective, but I think women are attracted to. Who? Somebody mentioned this name earlier, and this is kind of a bizarre thing, but it makes sense when you think about it. One guy that every woman I've ever known thinks is hot as hell is Sam Elliott. And Sam Elliott is not a good-looking guy. You ever seen him without his mustache? But he's a rugged, tough-looking guy, like a cowboy type. I like Sam. He's a good guy. Women find being masculine and manly attractive, not wearing capri pants and and things like that. That's just and
True, but I just went a little deeper. I dove a little deeper into the whole morality situation.
yeah.
Liberals.
Yeah. All right, take care. All right, Richie the bus driver, you're on the radio.
Good morning. Great topic. Great topic. I believe you're 150% right. Question I got to ask you. Think about this, Brian. What would the press do if Bill Clinton was a Republican or Hillary was a Republican?
Yeah.
This love affair would have carried on.
No.
This is a disaster. The press is. You want to know the truth? The press in this country is the reason why we're in the situation we are with both parties, and this is sad. Because if Hillary Clinton, let me tell you something. When she got the thing that disqualifies her right off the bat, and it amazes me. The unemployment rate amongst blacks in this country right now is the lowest it's ever been in the history. Yet you have black leadership in the Democratic Party that hate Trump, and they're constantly saying impeach, impeach, impeach. These power-grabbing blacks that are Democrats that are up there are not doing any good for their constituents whatsoever. And the fact is that Hillary disqualified the time she got in the church. Can you imagine if she was a Republican and she spoke like she did to black people in that church? She mocked them with the way they speak.
Yeah.
I wish you would put that on the air. I know you had that clip, how she spoke to that black church.
Yeah. My favorite with Hillary is when she was on that black radio show and she claimed that she travels with hot sauce in her purse everywhere because black people love hot sauce, and of course the follow-up question is, oh, Mrs. Clinton, can I see that hot sauce in your purse? I'd like to know what brand of hot sauce you use, because of course she was lying.
If she was a Republican, she would have been trashed. She would have never got where she got.
So what do you think about these? So what do you think about these? So Richie, what do you think about these young club girls, drunk, stumbling out of a club that want to have sex with Trump supporters, not Democrats? Why do you think that is?
Because he's a man that works for a living who's very successful. They're not looking for 26-year-old people living with their parents, sucking up.
Yeah, gamers, and Twitch streamers. Yeah.
It's disgusting. And the last thing I'm going to say to you is, and you know how I feel about her, the press is giving her, she's had this guy, when did she find out this guy's been fooling around? This is a power grab by...
She knew Bill Clinton was fooling around when they were dating. Are you kidding?
I bet you she's a lesbian, and I bet
Hillary?
they slept together since Chelsea was conceived.
Well, people have been saying that for a long time, that they think she's gay.
But yet, you put her on Colbert, another dirtbag.
Colbert's a lowlife. Let me tell you something. Colbert is a no-talent lowlife. You look at Johnny Carson, who was a top-tier talent, and Johnny Carson, he would do political jokes and talk about all the politicians, but he didn't. The Tonight Show wasn't weaponized, like these talk shows are today. And Stephen Colbert, he is really a no talent.
And why do they suck up? Why do they suck up so much to these liberals? Every time I see the news on Channel 12 here at night, and they put on the guest he's going to have on, I say, here we go, a Trump bashing person again. I haven't turned him on in years.
No, I don't watch any of the late night shows. They're a bunch of no talents, and I don't like how they are so ugly politically. It's okay to make political jokes, but not like this. I mean, Chevy Chase used to do the Gerald Ford falling down thing, it's okay to make fun of and make jokes about, but it's so ugly and one-sided. I mean, what they did on Saturday Night Live's news break, I'm not even talking about on the radio, but it was the most inappropriate thing I've ever seen on Saturday Night Live. And it was about our president, and it's nasty and ugly and weaponized.
about The View every day. All they do is The View. They sit there all day, these women at a table, chop up President Trump, and it's disgusting. And
You know what I'd like to do? You know, these old hags on the View with their coven, their little coven, you know, that they got there. Coven is, you know, coven of witches. You know, I'd like to take these drunk club girls and have them watch The View and give us their analysis of these of Joy Behar and that Navarro chick and Whoopi. I'd like to see what these young girls think about those old hags.
you know what the President Trump has done more than anything else? He's exposed all of these liberal left-wing press, entertainment industry. He's exposed it all. Fake news.
What kind of guy? What kind of man? You know, back to these. You know, what kind of man in his 20s or 30s is a Democrat today and doesn't support Trump? What kind of guy would you? I think a gamer, a loser, living with mommy and daddy, effeminate. Yeah.
All in the Family, Meathead. That's who it is.
Well, at least Meathead. Yeah, Meathead.
He's living with his parents.
Rob Reiner.
Help. He's got student loans. He's taking crazy courses. He's taking like basket weaving in college, or
yeah,
get a job when he gets out.
Yeah.
Leech.
Yeah, a leech, a loser, a bum, a loser, a girly man. Well, listen, I know we have Democrats that are men that are Al the John. How would you describe Al the John?
There's the ultimate schmo.
Well, how would you describe him? What, he's not a man. What is he?
An old man who thinks he's doing something for the cause. He just wants. I mean, this guy is a fantasy world, and he's a bum.
Yeah, a bum. Yeah.
They can support Bernie Sanders or communists is a bum.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. All right. Take care. A bum. All right, that's interesting. Al the John, he calls you a bum. Now, I know we have some Democrat men listening and watching on the live streams. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. Are you a real man? Can you be? And I'm not talking about the Democrats of yesteryear, okay? I know there were Democrats, you know, the FDR Democrats and, you know, Kennedy Democrat. I'm talking about a Democrat in the age of Buttigieg and Beto. I want to hear a man who's a Democrat call me on the air. I won't make fun of you, I promise. And tell me why you are a Democrat in 2019. I got to hear this. There must be a reason why. Why are you a Democrat in 2019, guys? Come on. 1-888-GO-CANE1, toll-free call. 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll be right back.
Suffer with diabetes, did you know there's a 25% chance that you will develop a foot ulcer at some point in your life? And foot ulcers, when you have diabetes, can lead to severe health consequences up to and including amputation. Now, Medicare recognizes the importance of preventative foot care and has provided coverage for those of you who are at-risk patients. I want to introduce you to my good friends at the Soul Authority. At the Soul Authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own pair of therapeutic shoes made specially for diabetics. You're probably not aware, but as a diabetic Medicare recipient, you are entitled to one pair of high-quality diabetic shoes with 3 custom inserts per year. These are not the ugly Frankenstein shoes. These are name brand shoes. They're stylish. They'll provide you with the extra width and extra depth to stop diabetic foot problems before they begin. Oftentimes, amputation due to diabetes is preventable, and one of the preventable measures that is most effective is wearing the proper shoes. Call the Soul Authority at 954-597-7060 or online at thesoulauthority.com. That's THESOLE authority.com. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
This is Lori Kane, and I want to tell you about Brighton Dental Care. I just had a lot of work done, and I avoided going to the dentist for a lot of years because I was afraid of the cost. But I went to Brighton Dental for my free consultation, which, by the way, he offers to all Steve Kane listeners. I had 2 cavities, I needed a crown on top and a crown on the bottom. If I were a horse, they would have put me down. So I scheduled my appointment for the next Saturday because Brighton Dental has Saturday appointments available, and they saved me a ton of money. And I will be a patient for life. Don't let cost stop you from taking care of your teeth. Brighton Dental gives Steve Kane listeners incredible discounts.
It is coffee
on all
time. I got
dental
my
procedures,
Starbucks.
just like they gave me. Prices are so reasonable, you don't have to worry about the cost. So call
That hot
Brighton
blonde
Dental
Americano
today
is
at
really good.
922-4633. That's
I'm kinda hooked on it.
922-4633. You can visit them at Brighton.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
And tell them Lori Kane sent you.
I took a walk to the dark side because I watch UK Neil on Periscope. I went over to Periscope just to watch Neil yesterday. The only thing, and by the way, I don't have the app. I saw you on my Twitter feed. But man, he was streaming from the coast in Northern Ireland.
In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself.
It was
and
beautiful.
It certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able
I know, I feel like a
stay in the
liberal
home you
going to
love for the
Starbucks.
rest of your life. So if you own your home with or without a mortgage, and if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving
Houston,
me a call
Mississippi?
anytime.
That must be a small town.
441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender NMLS 166254.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on...
Oh, man. All right. Welcome back. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show. All right. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Todd from Sunrise.
Todd in Sunrise. Hey, what's up, Todd in Sunrise?
Well, I have 2 sons. They both got their college degrees up in New York. My younger one's 22. He went to St. John's University, which is a Catholic school. So he didn't really get that polluted in school, even though they had a lot of liberal edge over there.
Yeah.
But, he hasn't started working yet. He just graduated in May. My older one is 28. He went to Polytech at NYU. He started working in the tech area, and now he does biometrics in Manhattan. But he says he doesn't vote, but he's a complete never Trump. He hates Trump.
Hates Trump? He hates Trump? Does it? Let me ask you this. He hates Trump. Does he like girls?
He does.
Okay, so he's not gay.
Started dating. He's just so busy with his work.
He hasn't started dating. Okay. He makes more money than you do, and why is he a never Trumper? Why does he hate Trump?
I think it's because he went to Polytech at NYU, and everybody that surrounds him is complete whacked out liberal.
Oh, brainwashed in college. How long has he been making more money than you? How many years?
Actually, his first year, he got out of school, he started making $90,000 a year. That's more than I make down here.
And so he's even paying high taxes. Oh my goodness. So what do you think brainwashing in school is why he's a liberal? Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel sorry for you.
At home it was all conservative, everything.
Yeah.
Rebellion against me.
Well, maybe. How old is he?
I'm 53.
No, how old's your kid?
Oh, he's 28.
Well, he's got time to grow up. He's still a child. He's not with a woman. He's not married. He doesn't have a child. Give him some time. When he becomes a man, and that means married with a child, then you'll see he'll turn around. Yeah. All right. Take care, man. All right. Yeah. Todd in Sunrise, liberal son. Ugh. Oh boy. I don't know. I wouldn't be so sure his son's into girls. Right? 28 years old, no girlfriend? I don't know. What do you guys think? 28-year-old guy making $100,000 a year. No, doesn't have time for girls. You know what they used to call gay guys in the 50s and 60s? What did they call gays in the 50s and 60s? That was before my time, but I know what they call them because I watched the movies. Confirmed bachelors, right? Confirmed bachelors. A confirmed bachelor is a closeted gay man. But if his son is making $100,000 a year, he's 28 years old, and he doesn't have time for girls, and he's a never Trumper, it's possible. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it is possible. You know, when I drove into work today, the roads were wet, man. The roads were wet. They were pretty wet. Yeah, it rained heavy last night, all the way to work. It wasn't raining when I came in, but the roads were, there were puddles everywhere from my house to the studio door. And driving around on brand new tires from Friendly Tire, you know, I don't worry about going through those puddles. You know, the new tire prices are so low at Friendly Tire. You know, and I before I knew about Friendly Tire, and I've been a customer of Friendly Tire for 10 years, maybe even a little longer. And, you know, before I found Friendly Tire 10 years ago, I would drive around on tires that I shouldn't have been driving around on. And how many of you have done that? You know, you don't have much tread, or you don't have any tread. You know you shouldn't be driving on the tires, but, you know, the cost of the tires, you know, caused you to really be very unsafe, take your life in your hands, right, by driving on tires you shouldn't be driving on. And then when you had to buy tires, it's like, oh my goodness, you know, before I found Friendly Tire and I was going to these big places around, I'm not kidding you, I would pay at these places more money for 4 new tires than some of the cars I owned when I was younger cost. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And on new tires at Friendly Tire, the prices are spectacular. My daughter Emily's car, the lowest price I could find around town, $135 a tire. Friendly Tire's price, just $65 a tire. And again, Friendly Tire, they don't charge you to mount the tire. They don't charge you to balance the tire. There's no other fees. The price is out the door and on the road. That's it. My wife's car, the lowest price I could find around town, $165 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. That's a $90 savings per tire. $90 savings per tire. These are brand new tires out the door on the road. Steve Kane's Toyota van, the lowest price we could find around town, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. That is a $100 savings per tire. It's incredible, right? So listen, you and your family do not need to drive around on tires that have improper tread or no tread. Go over to Friendly Tire, talk to Friendly Mike, and get new tires on your car. These prices are new tires. Now, they also have thousands of used tires in stock, and $30 a tire is what the prices start at for most sizes of used tires. And I bought used tires at Friendly Tire too, okay? And that's great. $30 is what they start at for most, and these are very good used tires. I bought a used tire recently for a spare on my Ford Explorer. Listen, give Friendly Mike a call. He'll give you a quote right over the phone. You know, we've had listeners drive an hour or more away to get tires at Friendly Tire. Steve's daughter in Orlando, she was visiting Steve. She bought new tires here at Friendly Tire. She lives in Orlando. You know, I know it's a great deal. I know it is. Call Friendly Mike. His number listed at stevekaneshow.com, 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. And online, friendlytire.net. All right, hour number 2 begins now.
1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Hello, my name is Todd Shallick. Florida licensed and bonded public adjuster in the state of Florida. I work for Amerilos Incorporated. I'm the founder, and I've been working since 1993 as your public adjuster. Amerilos Incorporated has helped thousands of homeowners pay tens of millions of dollars more than what their insurance companies pay them. We offer a second opinion on your claim. If you suffer damage from Hurricane Matthew, Irma, or Michael, it's not too late to get a second opinion and get the money that you deserve to get your house back in shape again. I'm sure you'll agree that you want to work with someone that has experience in this industry. I've been doing this since 1993.
They did politics back then. You just don't remember, or they don't show those on the reruns because they're dated.
What we do. Write this number down: 877-644-LOSS. That's 877-644.
In the Belushi days, Chevy Chase used to open the show every day doing Gerald Ford falling because Gerald Ford slipped a couple times coming out of Air Force One.
You deserve to get a second opinion. We work for you, not the insurance company. Call right now. 877-644-LOSS.
Todd Shallick, Florida license number 8239272.
The Medicare open enrollment period is here. Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. Call Debbie and I will advise.
Lauren Michaels says that when people talk about the funniest era on Saturday Night Live, typically people think that Saturday Night Live's funniest period was when they were in high school, which I guess that's right. Like, to me, the Billy Crystal, Tom Hartman days, that's kind of like when I was in high school.
753-8080.
This is Brian Craig with a huge announcement from MyPillow. Right now, at MyPillow.com, you can get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. If you go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials, make sure to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, for all of these incredible deals. I sleep on a MyPillow. My wife sleeps on a MyPillow. My daughter Emily sleeps on a MyPillow. Even my dog Nina is sleeping on her MyPillow pet bed. The discounts include buy one MyPillow, get the second for free. The Giza Dream Sheets, the mattress topper, the MyPillow dog bed, the MyPillow body pillow for only $29.99. But you gotta use the promo code
Appreciate it, Gail.
K-A-N-E at checkout. All MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials and get these huge discounts on all MyPillow products when you use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, or call 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879 for these incredible radio special deals. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click the new radio listener specials and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South
He is a
Florida,
creep.
including Boca Raton,
He is a creep.
and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782.
Arrogant
The
jerk.
opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
The Steve Kane Show is live in Morning Drive, 6 till 9 a.m. weekdays, and overnights, midnight till 6 a.m., 7 nights a week. To call the show toll-free, 1-888.
All right, welcome back. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show, on the radio since 1977. This is the most pro-Donald Trump radio show in America. My podcast is the most pro-Donald Trump podcast in the world. I mean, there's just and I'm not. I think that's a true statement. In particular, in my case, you will not find someone who is a bigger Trump supporter than me. I mean, I would say I'm equal to Melania and Don Jr. and my support and love for this president. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I've been a supporter of Donald Trump back in 2012 when he was just hinting at running, okay, before he came down the escalator. And I was a supporter of his on the air back then. So if you're new to the program, welcome. Yes, hour number 2 has begun. Okay, so Eric Holder has come out of the woodwork. What a creep he is, Eric Holder. And he gave this radio interview, and he said a lot of crazy stuff. Let's talk about it. This is Eric, first time I heard of Eric Holder, by the way. When was the first time you heard of Eric Holder? First time I heard of Eric Holder, when Bill Clinton was pardoning people at the last moments of his presidency. Eric Holder was involved in that pardon of, was it Mark Rich? And, yeah, Mark Rich. And who was Mark Rich's wife? I'd forgotten her name. She had won a Grammy for something. Like, what was Mark Rich's wife's name? Does anyone remember? It was very controversial because they had donated money to the Clintons. And I always thought that, to me, it looked like Bill Clinton had a thing going on with Mark Rich's wife. She was a celebrity. She was a good-looking woman. And I saw them together on when it was a scandalous thing. And they just looked like they had a little bit of chemistry to me. But I cannot remember her name. If anybody remembers, let me know. Mark Rich's wife. But first time I heard of Eric Holder, he was testifying at a congressional hearing about these controversial pardons of President Clinton's. And after he left the Clinton White House during the George W. Bush years, he was at Eric Holder worked at a private law firm. He was involved in the Fast and Furious. That's right. Yes, that gun running scandal with Obama. But before he went to Obama, when in the George W. Bush years, Eric Holder was an attorney whose law firm represented terrorists at Guantanamo Bay. Can't believe that? He's representing terrorists from Guantanamo Bay. Oh, sure, everyone's entitled to a defense, but does it have to be you? You're not required. I mean, that's pretty low life, isn't it? I know. It's like being a defense attorney for, Nazi prisoners. Yeah, it's crazy. And then, of course, he went on with Obama and brought his Fast and Furious and all kinds of wonderful things there. So Eric Holder, he gave this interview yesterday, and he talked about a lot of things. Let's just go through it a little bit here. This is the beginning.
Yeah, the Democrats are going to win in 2020 because I'm not. I'm convinced, but I'm going to work like hell to make sure that it happens. Until some election security bill gets passed, I'm not convinced. Yeah, it's going to be hard because the reality is that Republicans are going to cheat.
The Republicans are going to cheat. Now, this guy interviewing him, it's a show called The Breakfast Club, until the election security bill is passed. The election security bill is just throwing a bunch of money at local communities from the federal government. It's not about securing elections. But Eric Holder, he says, Republicans are going to cheat. Listen here. We don't cheat. The Democrats do. The Democrats are the ones that win the dead vote. The Democrats are the ones who win the vote of illegal aliens and non-U.S. citizens that illegally vote. Okay? Democrats are the ones who win the vote of the fictitious people that don't exist and never existed. Democrats are the ones who win the vote of the people that vote multiple times absentee. They, college students who vote at the home district where mommy and daddy live, and then they vote again at the college, And what Eric Holder is doing here, it's a page right out of Rules for Radicals. Accuse your opponent of doing what you were doing. And, of course, cheat. And Democrats, they have this new thing now. If they lose an election, it's fixed. Foreign influence, foreign interference, and whoever wins is illegitimate. If they win, oh, yes, we've had a free and fair election. But let's go back to this. He blathers for a while. Eric Holder yesterday.
To make sure that it happens. Until some election security bill gets passed, I'm not convinced. Yeah, it's going to be hard because the reality is that Republicans are going to cheat. Yes. They're going to try to, keep people away from the polls. They're going to move polling places. They're going to do a whole variety of things that when we had a Voting Rights Act was intact.
Okay. They're gonna move polling locations. Let me tell you something here. My polling location, I live basically in Honky Town. My polling, even though there's signs that say vote a key, my polling location has moved. It's moved. And you know what? It's up to me to find out where it moved to. Polling locations move sometimes. It was at an elementary school for a long time, and then it moved to a middle school now where I vote. It moved. And if it moves, it's up to me to find out. If I can't find out where the damn polling location is, I'm probably not sharp enough to vote. All right? And this is something that happens all the time. All right, but he goes on, Eric Holder.
Until some election security bill gets passed, I'm not convinced. Yeah, it's going to be hard because the reality is that Republicans are going to cheat. Yes. You know, they're going to try to, keep people away from the polls. They're going to move polling places. They're going to do a whole variety of.
Okay. Now, Eric Holder, now listen here. You're a sharp guy. You were the Attorney General of the United States, Mr. Fast and Furious. They're going to stop people from voting? Now, as an American, I don't want to stop people from voting who are legally eligible to vote. So, so I would ask Eric Holder, who are the Republicans going to stop from voting? Who? Illegals? Non-U.S. citizens? Who? Who are the Republicans going to stop from voting who's legally eligible to vote? Could you please tell me? Could you please tell me? In the 2000... Well, let me play the rest of this before I get sidetracked. Back to Fast and Furious man here, Holder.
But I'm going to work like hell to make sure that it happens. Until some election security bill gets passed, I'm not convinced. It's going to be hard because the reality is that Republicans are going to cheat. Yes. They're going to try to, keep people away from the polls. They're going to move polling places. They're going to do a whole variety of things that when we had a Voting Rights Act that was intact and a Justice Department that was concerned about it, we could prevent a lot of this stuff. But we don't have those tools now. So we got to be prepared for a tough fight. But it's a fight that we can win. I think that's the thing. People shouldn't be so discouraged. Right. This is not a time for despair. This is a time for action. And I think if you keep that as the way in which you're going to conduct yourself, we can win this fight.
Okay. There's time for action. See, among black activists and liberal blacks, the civil rights movement is never over. Back in the days of Fidel Castro and his brother Raul, you would always see the Castros wearing the fatigues, the army fatigues. Do you know why? Why did Castro always wear the army fatigues? Not because camo's in. I know sometimes camo's in. I've never worn camo. But the reason that Fidel Castro always wore the army fatigues is because the revolution had never ended. So we were always fighting. We're always fighting. The struggle continues. The revolution is always ongoing. That's why Fidel Castro always wore the fatigues. With black liberals, it's the same thing, right? We are still, we could go back to segregation. We could go back to segregated drinking fountains. It could happen because they are the liberal activist, in particular, black liberal activists, are upset that the civil rights movement is won and has been accomplished, and we don't have segregation and we don't have racial discrimination any longer. Because that's a crutch they could use, and they don't have it anymore. So they always have to continue to act as if there's racial oppression of minorities, moving polling locations, redistricting, requiring ID. We had the Voting Rights Act, and it stopped us. It stopped us. It's a lie, okay? And I'm sorry, Eric Holder. The civil rights movement is over. It was won. And it wasn't won because of the Democrats. The civil rights movement was a fight against the Democrats. All the Jim Crow laws, all the Klansmen, all that, all the segregation, all Democrats. But anyway, and you see that a lot with black liberal activists. They still want to believe, and a lot of black liberal activists who were born long after the civil rights movement have no recollection or experience with segregation, discrimination, and all of these things. But they wish that they were there for it. Right? They're sorry that they didn't get to experience it. Hey, listen, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, I want to finish up with Fast and Furious here, Eric Holder, with this disgusting interview. My name is Brian. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. We'll be back right after this.
This is Lori Kane, and I want to tell you about Brighton Dental Care. I just had a lot of work done, and I avoided going to the dentist for a lot of years because I was afraid of the cost. But I went to
Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe and like.
By the way, he offers
subscribe and
all
like
Steve
and
Kane
click that
listeners.
notification bell.
I had 2 cavities. I needed a crown on top and a crown on the bottom. If I were a horse, they would have put me down. So I scheduled my appointment for the next Saturday because Brighton Dental has Saturday appointments available, and they saved me a ton of money. And I will be a patient for life. Don't let cost stop you from taking care of your teeth. Brighton Dental gives Steve Kane listeners incredible discounts on all dental procedures, just like they gave me. Prices are so reasonable, you don't have to worry about the cost. So call Brighton Dental today at 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. You can visit them at brightondental.com and tell them Lori Kane sent you.
People put off the medical care they need for a lot of reasons. My deductible is too high. I don't have insurance. My schedule is too hectic. I just can't afford it. The time for excuses is over. Thanks to
Welcome, everyone.
Now of Plantation, where they guarantee the lowest prices on all of their thousands of lab tests. PSA, only $34. Full cholesterol lipid panel, $28. Complete thyroid panel, $49. Diabetic A1C test, only $27. No doctor's order or prescription needed. All testing is always anonymous and confidential.
Okay,
in and out
I'm
in
gonna
15
take
minutes
that,
or
take
less.
that.
Most results in 24 to 48 hours. Make sure to ask about their allergy testing, which includes micronutrient and environmental allergy and vitamin deficiency test, drug testing, you name it.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
lab test now at Plantation, probably test for it. Any lab test now at Plantation is located at 8367 West Sunrise Boulevard in the Jacaranda Plaza on the corner of University Drive and Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation. Give them a call, 954-916-1072. 954-916-1072. Online, labtestingplantation.com. Take control of your health with any lab test now of Plantation. 954-916-1072.
Right now, the U.S. is in the midst of a deadly opioid epidemic. In South Florida alone, someone suffers an overdose every 2 hours, either from heroin, fentanyl, or some other prescription medication that's as close as the family medicine cabinet. In fact, Mom and Dad's medicine cabinet is frequently the gateway to the horrors
Press 1
of
for
hardcore
English.
addiction down
I
the
hear
road.
people say
Drug
that. I've never had the.
problems left unattended
I've never.
are only going to get
When people get
worse.
upset
This
is when you have to
not
press
something
2 for
you
English.
can do on your own. You need expert professional help, and if your family is disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless, I'm here to tell you that help is available. Call my good friend Sal at the Edge Recovery, 561 area code 523-4325. This is his personal cell phone, 561-523-4325. If your loved one refuses treatment, the Edge Recovery will conduct an intervention and get them into the treatment plan that they need. The Edge Recovery offers every option from intervention to 30-day rehab to sober living to counseling with a licensed therapist, as well as group therapy treatment. It's covered by most insurance, but no matter what your situation is, the Edge Recovery has options for you. Call Sal at the Edge Recovery. Do it today. 561 area code 523-4325. Again, that's Sal's personal cell phone, 561-523-4325.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeart.
All righty. We are back. I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show on the radio since 1977. All right, so we got the man who brought us Fast and Furious, putting guns in the untraceable weapons in the hands of criminals and the cartels. He's talking about the upcoming election yesterday. I'll start from the beginning. I'm not going to talk about this part, but he talks about how we Republicans are going to cheat. See, they've already decided. They know Trump is going to win. They know Trump is going to win. So they're already contesting the outcome of the election, right? Well, Republicans are going to cheat. They're going to win, but they're going to cheat. So it's going to be illegitimate. He talks about that, and I talked about that in the first segment. So I'm going to play that part again without commentary. Let's see what else the man who brought us Fast and Furious and controversial pardons and who, during the War on Terror, defended al-Qaeda terrorists in Guantanamo Bay, Eric Holder.
That the Democrats are going to win in 2020, because I'm not. I'm convinced, but I'm going to work like hell to make sure that it happens. Until the election security bill gets passed, I'm not convinced. Yeah, it's going to be hard, because the reality is that Republicans are going to cheat.
Yes.
You know, they're going to try to, keep people away from the polls. And
I got an itch.
Polling places, a whole variety of things. that when we had a voting rights act,
little itch in the
and
mag.
Justice Department was concerned about, we could do a lot of this stuff. But we don't have those tools now, so we got to be prepared for a tough fight. But it's a fight that we can win. You know, I think that's the thing. People shouldn't be so discouraged. Right. This is not a time for despair. This is a time for action. And I think if you keep that as about yourself, we can win this. But we have
it's not time to be like, lay down, forget it. I'm just not.
No, we gotta fight.
Can't win.
But like we talked about earlier, we have to make people aware of what they're up against. Absolutely. So an election security bill needs to be passed. Absolutely right. I think that's absolutely right. Looks like we're going to finally get one. You know, looks like McConnell's going to allow votes.
You know, I'd like these black radio hosts to tell us why they're opposing the man who has the lowest unemployment rate among African Americans in history. The last time this percentage of the black workforce was working was slavery. You understand what I mean? The black unemployment rate has not been this low since the days of slavery, when there was 100% black employment, of course. And that's pretty significant. So why are they advocating against such a great success in the black community?
Allow a vote in the Senate. We'll sign it. It's necessary. It should have been in place a long time ago. It should have been in place months ago.
And you know, if Trump doesn't want to leave the White House, because if he leaves the White House, he's probably going to end up in jail. So you know he's going to fight like hell to not leave the White House.
You know, now this is another one. These are two things here, and Eric Cole is going to comment on this. The first part is he knows if he leaves the White House, he's going to go to jail. For what? Making America great again? Beating Hillary Clinton? Defending our southern border from an invasion from Mexico? What is he going to go to jail for? Having the lowest unemployment rate among blacks and Hispanics in history? What is he going to go to jail for? And then hear Eric Holder say, yeah. What do you think he should go to jail for, Eric Holder? I'd like to know. Could you detail us the crimes that President Trump has committed that will land him in jail? Oh, my goodness.
And you know, if Trump doesn't want to leave the White House, because if he leaves the White House, he's probably going to end up in jail. So you know he's going to fight like hell to not leave the White House.
That's interesting. You know, Bill Maher, I think, once said that, you know, Trump is not going to leave. And I
don't think he's leaving either.
I thought to myself, that's ridiculous. But as I've thought about it, I'm thinking, you know, this guy with all the norms that he breaks through, I think he loses. And then it'll be interesting between, say, November and January, when he would have to, you know, start packing and all that stuff. I wonder, for instance, will he pardon himself? Will he try to do that? You know, use his power. No one's ever done that. I don't think you can do that, but no one's ever even thought about doing something like that. And so will he pardon, you know, all the people in his administration? Will he pardon himself? That's something that I wouldn't take off the table.
Now, I'll tell you this about that part, okay, about pardoning himself and his entire administration. Maybe Trump should think about doing that, because the harassment of President Trump and this great first family we have is not going to end after President Trump's second term. Don Jr. is running for something. I love Don Jr. He's great. I love Don Jr. He is spectacular. I'd recommend he shave the beard, but that's okay. Beards are in. I'm not a beard guy. I don't like beards. You know, I only shave. You know, I grow a little. Every once in a while, I toy with the idea of growing a beard, which I don't even know if I can do, and I get a few days growth in, and it starts itching, and I'm done. I go shave it. But they're going to continue this harassment of the Trump family after President Trump's second term, because they want to stop Don Jr. from becoming the senator or the governor and maybe a presidential nominee down the road. Okay? And they also want to scare people that are not a part of the political class from ever running. So maybe he should pardon everyone in his administration, everyone in his family, and himself, yes. Because they're going to come after them after. They're going to come after them after he's out of office for his second term, and they're never going to leave this family alone. You know, and, well, it would be controversial, but maybe he should consider it. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm Tracy. How are you?
All right, Tracy, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Hey, what's up in Pennsylvania? What's on your mind?
Let Trump be the skunky.
What?
Hello?
Yeah, let Trump be what?
The Trumpy, the skunky?
The skunky. Okay, what does that mean? He stinks? Like a skunk? What do you mean? Skunky. Oh, she hung up. Oh, okay. Let Trump be the skunky. Is skunky a phrase other than like a smelly thing? Skunky. I looked it up. I know that's the only meaning. It means a skunky odor. I don't quite get that. She hung up, by the way. I didn't hang up on her. Not very good. Is that? I guess she's ready for Hillary. She's ready for Hillary in Pennsylvania. Trumpy the skunky. Oh man, is that the opposition now? Is that the opposition to our president? Trumpy the skunky. Oh man, that is weak. That is so weak. No, but they're going to go after this family forever. I mean, look at what they've done to poor Ivanka. She lost her clothing line. I mean, come on, people. She lost her clothing line. Why did they have to do that? Why did they have to go after her clothing line? They're going after Trump's liquor license at his D.C. hotel. I mean, the harassment will never end with this poor family. They'll harass them forever. As much as they continue to love the Kennedys, even today, okay, they'll forever hate the Trumps and forever harass them. See, Ronald Reagan was hated by the left, but they never went after his family other than Michael Reagan. They were always kind of outcast libs, you know? Pretty disgusting. All right, let's try again. Good morning. I can. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the radio.
Hey, great. My name is Chris.
Okay, we're
North Carolina.
Chris in North Carolina.
But
You're from North Carolina, but where are you now? Which state are you in now?
I'm actually across the Pacific. I went to visit some of my family in Australia.
You're in Australia. I have, my wife has some family. My wife has some family in Australia. They live on a farm and smoke weed all the time. Yeah. So what's on your mind? What's going on in the land down under?
That.
What's up?
Well, essentially, I came over here and we've been here for a couple months. I'm taking care of some things, and it
Something's
seems that
coming.
there's a lot of the same issues that there is, back home in the States. Like, basically, I'm here because I have an elderly person in my life who's having a bunch of issues. But the question I'm calling is, where did you lock Steve up? And does he have food and water?
No, he has neither. Yeah. Yeah. You tell me. Well, of course. Well, I give you. I know you think you're a funny. You think you're a funny guy, and you think you're some kind of comedian or something. And I'll give you a little comedic tip, okay? Because I have a little. Oh, he hung up too. Yeah. Oh, too bad. Because I had another question to ask him. When you tell a joke, and it falls flat, don't repeat the joke. You get it? Like you tell a joke and it bombs. Repeating the joke, it just highlights that your first joke bombed. And it's unfortunate because that caller was interesting because, did you hear the gay accent? I heard the gay accent. And he's talking about an elderly person in his life. He wasn't talking about dad or grandpa or grandma, an elderly person in his life. And he has the gay accent. The gay accent is, not all gays have it, but some gays have it. Buttigieg doesn't have the gay accent. He's all butch, he's all tough guy. But the gay accent is kind of, there's different degrees of it. Some have it heavier than others. It's kind of like a Southern Belle accent. And a lot of people wonder, there's been talk of this over the years, what is the reason that people have a gay accent? People have different accents. They're Southern, they're New Yorkers, You know, wherever you're from, Canadians have an accent that's very unique. You know, that non-Americans probably can't pick up on, but you can tell a Canadian just like that. It sounds like an American accent to non-Americans, but it's not. And I always imagine the gay accent very well may be caused due to some damage to the palate. You can figure out how that might happen. I don't know. I've thought that is perhaps the reason. I could be wrong though. I don't know if there's been any medical studies on the gay accent, but that's been kind of, and I was hearing that with that guy, just a little bit of the gay accent. When you hear the overnight rebroadcast, you'll listen for that and maybe you'll pick up on it. Oh man, look what time it is. It's 7:30 in the morning. Oh man, 7:32 actually. Let's take our bottom of the hour break, all right? And we'll be back after this.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires.
Steve Kane Show.
Of Margate. They have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for a Sienna van at the other tire shops, $175
that
a tire. At Friendly
is a guy that votes Democrat. A gay guy.
Emily's car, $135 at the tire shops around town. Friendly Tire, only $65. That's more than a 50% savings. Those prices are out the door and on the road. Free mounting and balancing, and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of used tires too, at $30 for most sizes. Call my good buddy Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive, and he will give you a great low price right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
For the best wings in this town, it's Wings Plus. Wings
Now that-
that are first grilled and then fried to make them extra crispy.
Steve Kane Show.
Blue cheese and celery. Try the Jamaican jerk, the lemon
All
pepper
right.
wings, the honey mustard wings, the garlic wings, and 15 other varieties. That's Wings Plus, located at 9880 Sample Road in Coral Springs with a politically elite meat.
People put off the medical care they need for a lot of reasons. My deductible is too high. I don't have insurance. My schedule is too hectic. I just can't afford it. The time for excuses is over.
Steve Kane Show.
Next to Any Lab Test Now of Plantation.
Yes.
Where they guarantee the lowest prices on all of their thousands of lab tests.
Hold on. I'll take you after the break. Hold on.
Cholesterol lipid panel, $28. Complete thyroid panel, $49. Diabetic A1C test, only $27.
Oh, my goodness.
No doctor's order or prescription needed. All testing is always anonymous and confidential. In and out in 15 minutes or less. Most results in 24 to 48 hours. Make sure to ask about their allergy testing, which includes micronutrient and environmental allergies, and vitamin deficiency test, drug testing, you name it. Any Lab Test Now with Plantation probably tests for it. Any Lab Test Now.
Welcome. Make sure you subscribe.
8367 West Sunrise Boulevard in the Jacaranda Plaza on the corner of University Drive,
Subscribe on
Sunrise
YouTube.
Boulevard in Plantation. Give them a call. 954-916-1072. 954-916-1072. Online, labtestingplantation.com. Take control of your health with Any Lab Test Now of Plantation. 954-916-1072.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs.
Welcome, everyone. On YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell. Like the video. I'd like to see as many likes as I have people in the room. There's 91 in the room, and there's only 20 likes. Can we get that up to 90? Welcome. I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show, on the radio since 1977. All right, let's go back to our phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
East of Long Island, Brian.
Yes, what's up, Long Island?
I was wondering, that last caller, I was felt in New York, we felt it was never the palate that was the issue. It was always when the sphincter got...
Okay, that's good. That's good. See, that's it. What happens a lot of times... Oh, boy, this is great. See what happens? I go to Starbucks in the morning. I get my blonde Americano, and then look what's going. What happens a lot of times here on the East Coast, we're live on the radio from 6 until 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, but out on the West Coast, it's 3 to 6 in the morning. We're on the West Coast, so we get calls from the Western United States. It's the middle of the night. And you know what type of people are up in the middle of the night. But that was good. All right, good morning. You're on the air again. Yes.
Yeah, my name is Justin. How are you doing, man?
All right, Justin. Where are you calling from? Australia?
I'm calling.
Justin in Ohio. What's up, Justin in Ohio?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what makes you think that, all gay people vote for Democrats, because I'm actually gay and I voted for Trump.
No, I don't think all gays. No. You plan on doing it again?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I not all gays are. Let me play something for you. I was talking in the first hour of the show. I want to play a piece of audio for you, but I want to do some and kind of set the stage for what we were talking about. There's a guy who does videos where he, these street interviews, and he goes up to these drunk club girls that are in their 20s, and they're stumbling out of a club drunk. And they're good-looking hot girls. They're wearing the skimpy party dresses and everything. And I'm going to play you the audio of this exchange in a moment. And he asks them, what do they go for in a guy? Looks or money? And their answer, I thought, was pretty good stuff. And let me play this, and then I'll explain to you how this came up. Steve Kane Show.
What happens if the guy is, just like
Steve Kane Show.
He's sleeping on your couch, he's kind of mooching on you. What happens then? But he's a really good-looking guy. Then what do you do?
Absolutely not.
You cut him off.
Cut him off. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Go ahead.
Tell him to up because he's a liberal.
Whoa! Spin zone.
He probably voted for Hillary Clinton and Kim. Donald Trump, baby. Donald Trump, baby. 2020, yeah. 2020.
Okay, now this is highly unusual. Young 22, 23-year-old girls, hot, stumbling out of a club looking for a man, and they want to have sex with Trump supporters, not Democrats. And what I was talking about is how I believe women want real men. And Democrats in this day and age are not real men. We were talking about what kind of man in American society today in 2019 is a Democrat. And that's how this discussion kind of began. And I would say manly men are not typically Democrat in this day. I mean, what kind of guy today is anti-Trump and is voting Democrat? What would be your opinion on that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
What kind of man in 2019 would hate Trump and vote Democrat?
I think your answer there is a liberal, Brian.
Well, no. Come on. I know you're a gay guy, you know what I mean? So a lot of people may say, no, that's great. I know, but is...
Your voice is...
Oh, a little sensitive there on the gay accent. That's okay. Hey, listen, this is what I'm talking about here. It's not just being a liberal. I mean, is a man who is supporting Buttigieg, Hillary, Kamala Harris, whoever the Democrats are today, who's the goober from Texas? I just forgot his name. Beto. A man today that is supporting a Democrat is not a manly man.
I totally disagree with you, man.
Really? You think a manly man would vote Democrat today? What is manly about a Democrat?
Somebody has a different political viewpoint than you, that doesn't make them a man.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And as a fellow Trump supporter, I should be ashamed of that.
Really? Well, I'll tell you why. I mean, what makes a man to you? What makes a man a man?
Brian, do you hear the question you're asking?
Yes, I do. What makes a man a man?
Well, a man is a man when he has a penis.
Oh, no, that's, no, come on. Come on, no, that does a penis does not make a man a man. No, what it makes it makes you a male of the human species.
Saying that a gay male who is a Democrat is a female?
No, there are manly men and there are girly men, and it's not about being gay. What makes a man is a man who is responsible, works hard, builds a family, builds a life. The type of guy that's a Democrat in 2019 that's voting for Beto or Cory Booker or likes Tulsi Gabbard or Hillary is a guy who's a bum. He's a girly man who lives with mommy and daddy for way too long, doesn't take the responsibility of having a full-time job and building a, like you're a police officer, you're a corporal, you're a police officer. I'm Ohio, I'm Columbus, Ohio is my hometown, you know. So I'm a big, even though I'm in Florida now. And you know, you're a man, right? You take responsibility. You're a cop. You're on the street. You've got responsibility. You're not a bum like these guys that. Yeah, come on. There's being a man is more than having a penis. It's like being a father is more than impregnating a woman.
Brian, I hear your point. I definitely do, but I think that you need to take into consideration that one's psychological ways has nothing to do with their gender.
Well, listen, I don't expect you to 100% agree. I mean, you're a gay man, so you know you've got a little, you know, so you know there's a little liberal bias. You know, listen, when you are, have you always been a conservative?
Yep.
Yeah, but see, sometimes when you're involved in an alternative lifestyle, like in your instance, being gay. You know, there's some tinges of liberalism in you, even though you may not be aware of it, and they seep out from time to time.
Wow. Okay.
What's the wow about? What's the wow about?
I absolutely have a right to that. But
Let me ask you this: Have you ever had sex with a woman?
yes, I have.
How like was it a regular thing, or I mean, how at what point did you realize or come out or whatever?
Well, I'll tell you what. I was bisexual all through high school.
Yeah.
You know, it turned out to be that I definitely preferred being with a male.
Did you have sex with more than one woman? Have you had sex with more than one woman? Was the first person you had sex with a woman? Did you like it?
At the time, I would say I did.
You did like it.
Always an attraction to men, and
yeah.
When that first experience happened, I can tell you that I pretty much made up.
How old were you the first time you had? How old were you the first time you had regular sex, like with a woman?
With a woman, I was 16 years old.
And how old were you the first time you had sex with a man?
I was 23.
23. And okay. So until you were 23, you had sex with women and you liked it.
Correct.
Well, would you still like it? I mean, do you think could you have sex with a woman today and enjoy it?
I believe I could have sex with a woman, but
you wouldn't like it.
I would enjoy it.
You wouldn't enjoy it.
That I prefer men.
Well, that's interesting because this is okay. So I'm curious, what happened? You used to like sex with women, but now you wouldn't enjoy it. So, I mean, what happened that made you not, would make you say that you wouldn't like it now? Because you used to like it. So why do you think you wouldn't like it?
It happened, and it's not that something happened, and like I said, I have had sex with more than one woman.
How many women did you have sex with?
Well, I would say I was the typical average Ohio teenager. That's you.
So I don't know. I wasn't, okay, so a lot. You had like 10 or less?
You'd say maybe about, I would say that's a good average.
10 or less. And it was full intercourse, not just like oral sex.
Correct.
And you liked it. So how do you know you wouldn't like it now?
So what I'm saying is I'm not for sure that I wouldn't like it. The point is, though, I no longer, that's not my preference. I
You know, I know this is, yeah. Really? So really? Oh. So you don't think, okay, so could a woman make you aroused now? Could a woman give you an erection, you think?
That's kind of hard to think about, considering that I haven't been with a female since for, what has it been, almost 19 years?
19 years that you've been. Are you married to a guy? Or do you, like Buttigieg?
Married to a guy.
Oh, great. How long you been married?
I've been married for 14 years.
Well, congratulations, 14. You know, the thing about gays and marriage, because I always thought that, you know, are most of the gay guys you know married, or are you unusual, especially 14 years?
I would say that the average gay man.
Yeah. 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 And do you guys have like, do you ever bring other people in, or is it just monogamy for the last 14 years?
My relationship is monogamous.
See, this is unusual because well, I don't know about unusual, but interesting. And it may be unusual because, you know, why do most men not have sex with somebody different every day of the week? What stops men from having sex more than anything else? Straight men. No. I'm not talking about marriage. You know, like high school, college, 20s, single. Why? What stops a normal heterosexual man from having sex more than anything else?
Well, it all depends on the specific.
I do. Okay. Well, maybe as a gay man, you don't get women. Men are wired to have sex as often as they can with as many people as they want, or you know. Women are wired differently because they can become pregnant. Women, it's more emotional and they put the brakes on. And with gay men, typically, you know, when you don't have a woman in the mix, because it's a different, you know, you to be monogamous for 14 years with the same man in a gay relationship is unusual, I think, based on my experience. I know a lot of gay people because I know a lot of gays. A lot. I work in show business. Yeah, I work in show business, and I'm in South Florida, which is like San Francisco of the southern United States. When you take a woman out of the mix, you know, you get more sexual activity among gay men than in a heterosexual situation because there's no woman there to put the brakes on. So God bless you guys for being.
That's true at all. But
yeah.
I also have many heterosexual friends. I mean, as I mentioned, I'm a corporal of the police department.
Yeah.
Many of mine, I'm not going to mention what department, but
no, it's okay.
Many of my officers are not married, and
oh, sure. Well, the cop groupies. Yeah, the cops are pigs.
It's not true.
The cops are pigs. Cops have groupies like rock stars. So, you know, cop groupies, firefighter groupies. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different thing. All right. Hey, listen, I got to run, but thanks for the call. All right. 14 years married to a man, and he's monogamous. Oh, boy. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Todd Shallick, Florida licensed and bonded public adjuster in the state of Florida. I work for AmeriLoss Incorporated. I'm the founder, and I've been working since 1993 as your public adjuster. AmeriLoss Incorporated has helped thousands of homeowners get tens of millions of dollars more than what their insurance companies pay them. We offer a second opinion on your claim. If you suffer damage from Hurricane Matthew, Irma, or Michael, it's not too late to get a second opinion and get the money that you deserve to get your house back in shape again. I'm sure you'll agree that you want to work with someone that has experience in this industry. I've been doing this since 1993, and our service is very valuable because if we don't get you any additional funds, there's no charge for what we do. Write this number down, 877-644.
This is not a podcast. This is a radio show.
877-644.
This is a live radio show. We're on 5 radio stations.
If you had a loss, call AmeriLoss. One of our adjusters is standing by to make that valuable appointment with you. You deserve to get a second opinion. We work for you.
Al the John.
Insurance company.
If you feel like you need a bath after talking to him, it's probably Al the John.
LOSS.
Todd Shallick, Florida license number 8239272.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a
Oh yeah, I know
primary
lots of
goal.
gay
By
people in
aging
this
in
business. Are you
place,
kidding
I
me?
mean that you're financially
And in South
able to
Florida?
stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home,
I know more
with or
gays than
without
the
a
average
mortgage, if
hetero,
you
I
want to know
promise
how
you.
a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom.
Is
you
calling
need.
now?
Find
Okay.
out how by giving me a call anytime.
Al sounds the way
at
he looks.
561-441-2730.
I think he looks much worse than he sounds.
That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender NMLS 166254. Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely
Oh,
can't
watch
be
on
beaten.
YouTube then.
Steve Kane's tires for his Sienna van at the other tire shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the tire shops around town. Friendly Tire, only $65.
I did the
That's
conversion
more than a
course.
50%
Is that
savings.
Texas blue? The all
Prices are out
caps.
the door and on the road.
What's with all the
Free
caps?
mounting
It's got to be
and
Texas blue.
balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of used tires too, at $30 for most sizes. Call my good buddy Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive, and he will give you a great low price right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954
You're in London.
977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net. Listen to the Steve King
The gay accent triggered that guy. He didn't like that at all. All righty. Welcome, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Some great calls today, right? Gay cop, the other guy. I mean, there's some great calls today. I like it. I like it a lot. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, you look like a grown-up.
Okay. Didn't you take my advice last time? When you tell a joke and it falls flat, don't tell it again. All right. Hey, listen. There's a lot of serious business going on. They're impeaching our president, and we've gone down into the gutter with some of these people today. You know, what's going on with this president, I'm not concerned at all. On Monday, I was really upset on the air. I was really upset on the air. Does Trump seem like someone who's upset? Does he really look like someone who's upset to you? Trump knows exactly what's going on, and he knows exactly how to handle these people. And when President Trump said yesterday, what I've been saying for a long time is this is a coup. And you know what? This is the same coup that began when the Mueller investigation started. It's the same coup. It's never ended. And it continues and continues and continues and continues. And it's never going to stop. You know, President Trump is going to be dealing with this forever. You understand that, right? He will forever be dealing with this every moment of his presidency. You know? And this is what they are going to do to him. Because they can't beat him. But Trump has got everything going on. He called it right. It's a coup. You know, Schiff made terrible mistakes. You know, Schiff, he's got a lot of things going against him here to be discredited. Number one is the way he opened that hearing up last week. I mean, that was just devastating. That was devastating. Totally discredited him even among many of his own peers. And if you notice, Eric Holder's not the only one. They're trying now to act as if Trump will not leave office, his people will get violent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is a clip. This is MSNBC yesterday talking about, well, it explains itself. We'll talk about it after I play. This is MSNBC yesterday.
Not, but first time the president has suggested that if things
Steve
do
Kane
not
Show.
go the way he likes, if he is not allowed
Hold on.
to govern or lead as he sees fit, that there could be an uprising. And his words infer that it could be led by his supporters. And there's been some concern about that because this has been interpreted as perhaps the president affirming or encouraging those who feel victimized and disrespected to rise up.
Okay. So now this is a new theme that, well, I don't know, it's been around for a while, but it's picking up steam and becoming common talk among liberal talking heads. Okay. You know, that President Trump mentioning civil war. You know, civil war is a phrase that's used about all kinds of divisions. For example, lately we've talked about, and not just us, all over the country, conservatives have talked about the civil war at Fox News between the news division and the nighttime primetime lineup. You know, that's a common American phrase, civil war. Couples having a problem, there's a civil war at home. It doesn't mean there's actually going to be a calling of troops and things like this. But the left, you know, the left are taking this common American phrase and turning it into a call for an uprising in this country. First off, the uprising is not from the Trump people. The uprising is from the Democrat Party and the Republican Party establishment led by Mr. Mitt Romney and the rest. Okay? But what they're attempting to do here is accuse Trump supporters of possibly becoming violent. And I was talking on Monday that what we need to send a message to Congress about what's going on here is we need the biggest Trump rally we have ever had, and we need to have it in Washington, D.C., in front of the Capitol building, if possible. If not, on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial on the National Mall there. And it needs to be all the big conservative national people like Rush Limbaugh and all the rest. And, of course, the highlight of the event should be our president. And I don't think I'm the only one that's talked about this. And what the left are doing now is talking about this fear of Trump supporters coming to Washington. And because they're gearing up to an impeachment in the House of Representatives, if they get to the point where there's an actual impeachment vote, it is very likely that there will be large numbers of Trump people going to Washington to protest. If you've ever been to Washington, D.C., there's always people protesting every minute of every day of the week, probably even on Christmas morning, right? And what they're trying to do on the left is if they go through the impeachment vote in the House and there are thousands upon thousands of Trump supporters protesting in front of the Capitol building, they want to define them as people that are there to commit violence, not to protest. It's very sneaky of them. But let's go through this whole discussion. This is MSNBC.
Not the first time the president has suggested that if things do not go the way he likes, if he is not allowed to govern or lead as he sees fit, that there could be an uprising. And his words infer that it could be led by his supporters. And there's been some concern about that because this has been interpreted as perhaps the president affirming or encouraging those who feel victimized and disrespected to rise up and act out and push back, even if violently, by any means necessary.
The incitement to violence that underlies much of what the president has been saying. I mean, we're in the 30th anniversary year now of Tiananmen Square, a moment which we're seeing replayed out on the streets today, when a government cracked down on people protesting. And I'm concerned personally that if the president continues this rhetoric, it might start drawing people to Washington. It might start drawing...
See, notice, might start drawing people to Washington. So what they're trying to do on the left, and this is MSNBC, is if anyone shows up to protest against impeachment, which of course would be Trump supporters, they want to classify them as people that are there for violence, so they won't be allowed to assemble. And I think what the left are doing are anticipating a large pro-Trump protest against impeachment in Washington, and they're trying to find a way to stop it from happening by declaring that they're there not to peacefully protest, but for violence. That's what they're attempting to do, because the only demonstrators they want if an impeachment vote comes down are pro-impeachment. They don't want to see tens of thousands of people in the Washington Mall against impeachment, because that goes against the narrative.
even if violently, by any means necessary.
The incitement to violence that underlies much of what the president has been saying. I mean, we're in the 30th anniversary year now of Tiananmen Square, a moment which we're seeing replayed out on the streets today, when a government cracked down on people protesting. And
Brown
I'm
shirt
concerned
Dims, that's right.
personally that if the president continues this rhetoric, it might start drawing people to Washington. It might start drawing heavily on to the National Mall to protect their president, to protect their interest. And that's a recipe for disaster.
You think that some of this president's rhetoric could be seen as a call to action? A call to arms, even.
Entirely possible to think of a scenario where President Trump simply refuses to accept the will of the Senate or of the electorate in 2020 and begins to ask his supporters to come rally to his side.
Wow. So the only protesters allowed in Washington are liberal protesters. Conservative protesters, you're there for violence, so you can't be allowed. And they won't. And what they're gearing up for is to deny permits for conservative organizations supporting our president. Because, of course, the conservatives are there for violence. They're not there for just peaceful protests, so their permits must be denied. That's what they're moving towards. All right, listen, third hour is going to begin right now. It's 2 minutes after 8 o'clock in the morning. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to The Steve Kane Show. Don't go anywhere.
1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
This is Steve Kane inviting you to come see the all-new Toyota of Hollywood. You know, for the past 4 years in a row, Toyota of Hollywood has been #1 in volume for Toyota sales in the southeast region of the United States. There are lots of places you can shop for a new car, but there is only one Toyota of Hollywood where you will be treated like royalty. The service you receive at Toyota of Hollywood is second to none. No high-pressure sales, no hassle, no haggling, just the best deal on the brand new Toyota of your choice. At Toyota of Hollywood, there is a full line of new and pre-owned Toyotas, sure to meet the needs of you and your family. I drive a Sienna van, plenty of room, not only for the kids, but for the grandkids as well. It's roomy, it's comfortable, it drives like a dream. And then there's my favorite model of Toyota, the Camry. I've owned 3 of them over the years, and boy, are they made to last. That's right, you take care of your Toyota, it will take care of you. Then, of course, as a starter car for the kids in college, a fabulous Corolla, the ultimate in driving efficiency, priced perfectly for that first car. When you shop at Toyota of Hollywood, make sure you ask for Steve Ostrov. That's right, he's the GM. He's a big Steve Kane fan, and he is going to give you the deal of a lifetime. The new Toyota of Hollywood, 400,000 square feet with the most gorgeous Toyota automobiles you have ever seen. Located between Sheridan Street and Hollywood Boulevard on Highway 441, open till midnight. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
The Medicare open enrollment period is here. Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. Call Debbie at OReilly Advisors, 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080, and allow her to educate and guide you through the many plans, choices, and cost considerations. OReilly Advisors represents all major insurance companies, not just a single carrier, so they will make sure you choose the best option for you. Call Debbie at OReilly Advisors at 954-753-8080.
Oh, order it. Promo code Kane. Kane.
753-8080.
There's a bunch of deals. You get 2 for 1.
This is Brian Craig
There's a bunch
with
of
a
there.
huge announcement
2 My Pillows for the price of 1.
Right now, at MyPillow.com, you can get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. If you go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials, make sure to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, for all of these incredible deals. I sleep on a MyPillow.
Everybody needs
my
Jesus.
wife sleeps on a MyPillow. My daughter Emily sleeps on a MyPillow. Even my dog Nina is sleeping on her MyPillow pet bed. The discounts include buy 1 MyPillow, get the second for free. The Giza Dream Sheets, the mattress topper, the MyPillow dog bed, the MyPillow body pillow for only $29.99. But you got to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout. All MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials to get these huge discounts on all MyPillow products when you use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E. K-A-N-E, or call 1-800-716-4879, 1-800-716-4879 for these incredible radio special deals. Go to mypillow.com right now and click the new radio listener specials and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E.
Talk Steve Kane. Talk 1470. WNN.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for his Sienna van at the other tire shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the tire shops around town. Friendly Tire, only $65. That's more than a 50% savings. Those prices are out the door and on the road. Free mounting and balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of used tires too at $30 for most sizes. Call my good buddy Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive and he will give you a great low price right over the phone.
A lot of people don't take vacations because we work too much. It's not about not being able to afford one.
977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group with 9 offices.
Well, that's because they're trying to create some false internet identity of themselves. You know what I mean?
855-FLA-3782. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host.
Welcome, welcome. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe, like. Oh, we're up to 44 likes. Okay. If you haven't liked, like, and subscribe.
Overnights, midnight till 6 a.m., 7 nights a week. To call the show.
Oh, man. The show has been hot today. I think it's my Starbucks coffee that I've never gotten a Starbucks before I went on the radio before, and I think that may have done it. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. All right, let's go back to the phones. Long Island, you're on the radio.
Hi, Brian. Good morning.
Yes.
You are on Monday. I'm concerned with the establishment of the senators and a lot of the congressmen you have not heard from that aren't defending the rule of law.
Yeah.
When I start agreeing more with Alan Dershowitz, it's frightening that Alan Dershowitz now looks like a conservative.
Well, I think, you know what? I'll tell you, I think Alan Dershowitz is a conservative, but he's, he is born in liberal circles, the university, and all this stuff. Jewish, he doesn't know, you know what I mean? He can't get himself to come out. But I think he's a conservative, Dershowitz. I really do. I hear him. I've heard him the last year or two. He sounds like a conservative to me.
He does more to me, but he makes a lot of sense. When it comes down to the rule of law, and the rule of law here is they're hijacking the law, and they're hijacking, and none of the establishment is really standing up.
They haven't hijacked it yet.
It doesn't even matter if it's true. The fact that the rule of law is a joke now.
Yeah.
In this country.
They haven't won yet. They haven't had their impeachment vote yet.
I'm waiting for the shoe to drop right now.
Wow.
Just a few weeks. In my opinion, is the fact that they're trying to hide the fact that they're going to get. Yeah, but the problem is, I'm afraid a lot of the establishment is not protecting Trump because they're such swamp creatures that they can't protect them because they're going to go down on them.
Well, here's the thing, okay? The Republican establishment is behind impeaching the president, too. And the Republican establishment, the Republican establishment make up a lot of people. Paul Ryan, Mitt Romney, Mitch McConnell, too, but, he's got to pretend to like Trump, The Republican establishment would rather lose the president. Yeah, the Republican establishment, if they had their choice, would have the Democrats win the presidency in 2020 to get back control of the party, because Donald Trump is the leader of the party, and he is putting in place members of Congress and governors all over the place that are Trumplicans. And they want to get control back of their party. And they would, and if it takes losing the presidential election to the Democrats to get back in control of their party, the Republican establishment are happy with that.
I have one other question before we just to jump a quick subject. Did you hear Bloomberg yesterday on the air, that interview that he did?
I did not.
Well, he made a crazy comment, and for a guy that spends quite a lot of time in Asia, in fact, my wife is Asian, his family used to be part of the government in China.
Oh, you're like Mitch McConnell.
Yes, I am very much like Mitch McConnell that way, and
yes.
My wife, who's a big Trump supporter, which, considering that she's an American citizen for only about 5 years and an immigrant whose family was involved in Chinese government politics, it's sort of frightening that the left is very much like the Chinese. They want to become elite establishment there because her family, for instance, runs the television station. When my wife was in China, she worked in the TV station as a censor.
Oh, wow.
It's frightening though. You watch MSNBC and NBC now, and they're propaganda stations at this point. And starting to get concerned that Trump has brought out the worst or made these. The one thing he has done that I don't think anybody's realized, and I think history will show this, is that he's gotten people to take sides on the left and scare them so badly that they're out of the closet.
They can't control themselves in the media have lost control of themselves, and they
control themselves absolutely, and they're showing their cards that are scaring a lot of people. It's almost like that movie where that wrestler did many years ago, when in the 80s, Roddy, I think it was Roddy.
Oh, They Live. Yeah, They Live. Yeah, They Live. John Carpenter's They Live, a great movie. Yeah, I've heard, John Carpenter, I heard John Carpenter recently in an interview talk about They Live. I think it was on the, what was it? Who's the big podcast? I can't remember the WTF podcast. I think John Carpenter was talking about that. But he was talking about how that was a liberal film against Reaganomics.
Have to be history proving itself, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The media have always been liberal, and they've always hated Republicans. What's different about Trump, and I've been talking about this a lot the last couple of years, Donald Trump, I believe that Donald Trump is the first president we have ever had in the United States who's not part of the political establishment. And I'm going back to Washington. Lincoln was an attorney for the railroads, right, which was big tech of the day. He was a big corporate lawyer. And, Washington was one of the 2-3 richest men in the colonies, okay? This is the first president that we've had that's not part of the political establishment, that owes no favors to donors or anyone in the government. And usually, by the time someone makes it to the level of being a senator or a president, they've already been compromised. And Donald Trump came out of nowhere, and the intelligent
organization, and maybe I should say it. I do business with Trump organization for the last 15 years. A lot of people in the organization. My family grew up in Queens. My mother went to school with his brother.
Oh, wow.
His best friend is named Peter Calico.
Yeah.
Jewish. There are a lot of from the guy Saul, who used to be with him on The Apprentice, the old man.
Yeah, I remember him. Absolutely. Well, the thing with Trump, because I'll tell you why it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that to them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Letting Sharpton and the other religious criminals follow.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This election of Donald Trump in 2016 may be the first real election we've had where democracy has worked and chosen someone that wasn't controlled. I mean, you look at the Bush family.
Let's just hope that these machines actually being Chads and all this other nonsense.
No, Trump is incredibly popular. He's going to win again. Listen, you look at the Bush family, right? Both President Bushes. Bush the father was director of the FBI and the CIA. You think it's just a coincidence he became president? His drunken son, loser, who could hardly hold a job, George W. Bush, becomes president too. I mean, this is the first president that has not been controlled by the political establishment and the intelligence community. And when Comey went to Trump Tower to meet with President-elect Trump with that dossier about the hookers peeing on the bed Obama slept in and all this stuff, he went to Trump. I call him Jagger Comey. He went to Trump. He went to President-elect Trump with that phony dossier that came from John McCain, and he says, if you play ball with us, this will go away, or we can investigate it. And Trump said, kiss my, you know what, you're fired. Okay, eventually. And they tried, and what shocked me the most about Trump, I've been a Trump fan forever, okay? I just assumed, well, okay, but I just assumed that because he was so rich and so famous that he had like an island in the Bahamas filled with like Victoria's Secret models. And the left thought the same thing. And they are shocked that he has lived as squeaky of a clean life as he has. No one's perfect. There was only one perfect man, Jesus. But what I mean is they have done everything. They bugged his home, they bugged his offices, and they have not been able to find anything incriminating about this guy. Okay? And it's amazing.
People, I have friends that are Jewish. They must be the most self-hating Jews I've ever.
Of course, they're liberals.
Friends of Jews, and this bugging, it's bigger than Watergate ever was, and no one's picking up on it yet. And yet we're turning the thing onto impeachment on one word that he may or may not have said. In the meantime, you have the ex-vice president of the United States that totally held a gun to this guy's head to fire him.
Yeah, the Ukrainian.
Standards of hypocrisy, and people I went to college with, I'm a 56-year-old guy at my age. So people that I went to college with that I would think that are fairly conservative people, business people in the markets, how would you want to vote for what they want to vote for? It is just frightening.
Yeah.
I don't think
Because liberal Jews are not religious. Their religion is liberalism. All right, don't you get it? To them, being Jewish is like someone who's Italian and likes pasta. It's not religious to their religion is liberalism, socialism, communism. And you're right, self-hating Jew applies. I mean, look at what Trump did with the capital of Israel. He did what no one else would do. And then they came to him and tried to stop it and said, okay, here's the plan to build the embassy. It's going to take 10 years and $1 billion so that the next president would stop it. And he said, no, we got a strip mall. We're going to open it at the strip mall or whatever he did. You know what I mean? I'm being a little extreme. But,
buildings are not.
And still the Jews and still the liberal Jews hate him, even though he is the first American president to truly recognize the Jewish state by putting our embassy in their capital. I mean, why would you have the capital anywhere but Jerusalem, right? I mean, that's the capital. You wouldn't put a U.S. embassy in Cleveland. You put the U.S. embassy in D.C. That's our capital. All right, hey, listen, I got to run, but thanks for the call. All right.
Yep.
All right, take care. All right, we'll take a break. If you're on hold, stand by.
Our open enrollment period is here. Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Steve Kane Show.
And allow her to educate and guide you through the many
Hey, Mike, hold on.
choices and cost considerations. I Will Advisors represents all major insurance companies, not just a single carrier, so they will make sure you choose the best option for you. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Hello, my name is Todd Shallick, Florida licensed and bonded public adjuster in the state of Florida. I work for AmeriLoss Incorporated. I'm the founder, and I've been working since 1993 as your public adjuster. AmeriLoss Incorporated has helped thousands of homeowners get tens of millions of dollars more than what their insurance companies pay them. We offer a second opinion on your claim. If you suffered damage from Hurricane Matthew, Irma, or Michael, it's not too late to get a second opinion and get the money that you deserve to get your house back in shape again. I'm sure you'll agree that you want to work with someone that has experience in this industry. I've been doing this since 1993, and our service is very valuable because if we don't get you any additional funds, there's no charge for what we do. Write this number down, 877-644-LOSS. That's 877-644-5677. If you had a loss, call AmeriLoss. One of our adjusters is standing by to make that valuable appointment with you. You deserve to get a second opinion. We work for you, not the insurance company. Call right now. 877-644-LOSS.
Todd Shallick, Florida license number 823-9272. This is Brian Craig, and I want to tell you about Dr. Mitch Matez at the Boca Raton Center for Age Management. He's my anti-aging doctor. That's right, I have an anti-aging doctor now.
Oh,
This year,
boy.
I turned 45, and I was starting to slow down a bit.
Oh, is everyone subscribed on YouTube? Subscribe, like, click the notification bell. If you're on a mobile device and you close out the chat, you'll see the subscribe, the like, and the notification button, and you can just reopen the chat.
That's the male equivalent of menopause.
And make sure you share the stream on all your social media, if you don't mind.
Under my skin. And now my testosterone levels are being restored to where they were when I was 25 years old. Thanks to Dr. Matez, I have more energy, I feel better, I look better, my love life, it's better, and my wife, she's thanking Dr. Matez too. Bioidentical hormone pellet therapy isn't just for men, it works wonders for women by reversing the symptoms of menopause, like the night sweats and the mood swings. Men and women. You don't have to live with the negative effects of aging, like loss of energy, loss of sexual desire, weight gain, or menopause. Call Dr. Matez and meet with him about bioidentical hormone pellet therapy. It works for me, and it'll work.
Show's flown by
too.
today.
He's located
Only
in
35
Boca,
minutes
and
left.
His website is hormonetherapybocaraton.com, or give him a call, 561-953-5490. 561-953-5490. And tell him Brian Craig sent you.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for
All right, and don't forget a free consultation with Dr. Matez for Steve Kane listeners. You got to mention the radio show, a free consultation, 561-953-5490. 561-953-5490, and online, hormonetherapybocaraton.com. All right, let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on the radio.
Yeah, how you doing? I just wanted to say something to gay callers, but first I just wanted to say that Biden, now he's calling for another investigation into Trump. You know, I heard Kamala Harris, over the weekend wanted Trump's Twitter account banned. She said it in front of a bunch of people. Maxine Waters wants him in solitary confinement. That's a quote. I heard it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And piss off America. They just want justice for the Democrats who have committed. They're really out of control. Democrats didn't care when Hillary deleted 33,000 emails, but now they want to impeach President Trump over a phone call. This hypocrisy is insane.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, you wanted to talk about what, the gay cop from Ohio?
Yeah. Because the thing is, they have totally...
Thank you, Debbie.
See, the reason why 90% of the gay vote goes to the Democratic Party is because they don't have a wife, they don't have a family, the health care to them doesn't matter. All the ones I know make a lot of money, and they all work. So, it's different. It's different when you have a wife and you have kids and stuff like that. Like, the Democrats want to take away your guns. 99% of gay people don't have guns. That's the truth. I know everything. The ones I know, when I lived in San Francisco, they were so anti-gun. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
They don't pay for their wife. My brother pays $10,000 a month for his family. They take care of themselves. I'm not being nasty or anything. I'm just telling you why they all vote Democratic. Because you want to know, he wasn't being honest with you. And they want to take your vote.
Well, no, okay. So I don't quite get what you mean. So why do people? What we're talking? Did you hear the clip I played of the Trump drunk girls at the club?
They're right on them.
These girls. They want to have sex with Trump voters, not Democrats. So what kind of guy in 2019? What makes a man a Democrat today? What would you say?
Tell you that's totally opposite of what I am. Like, I'm straight. I'm a Christian. I support the military and the police. I love President Trump regardless. Before he was president, and especially now with everything he did. I'm a legal gun owner in Florida.
Yeah.
I live in New York, but when I'm in Florida, not in New York, but when I'm in Florida, I am. And I'll never apologize. And I have zero guilt. And the thing is, they don't take care of any kids like you do. They don't have to save up on health insurance and send like your daughter to college. It's just them.
Yeah.
They're one-on-one. That's impossible because every single ad in San Francisco is for guys, to guys, hundreds of guys to meet. When I was
It's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine two gay men being totally monogamous. That's like, and it's hard for me to believe. But I give benefit of the doubt.
If you take with Brian, if you take a 50-year-old gay guy, and he goes to see like young guys dance, and even if he's married and he sees a 25-year-old guy on stage, the first thing he's going to do is offer the guy money. Now, when girls go see Chippendales, the first thing they're doing is going for bachelorette parties. They're not going to take the guy home.
Yeah.
But when a gay guy goes to see young strippers, the first thing on their mind, they could be with their husbands or boyfriends, and they want to have a threesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
All right, pre-care. Take care, Mike. All right, Mike. Mike's there. I don't know. We get a little battle of the sexualities on the show today. But listen, I don't care what they say about Trump. I'm watching some of the news coverage, and if I was not in the talk radio business, I would not be watching the mainstream news. The only reason I watch the mainstream news is because I have to watch the mainstream news to be prepared for my job. Right? I can't do a job like this talking about the news if I don't know what's going on in it. And, the tone shift, though, since Monday afternoon, there has been a big change in the tone towards Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. And, I saw Napolitano yesterday. Yes, it's all over Twitter. Oh, the prosecutors in the Ukraine looked at this, and there's no there. Come on. Hunter Biden is a lifelong drug addict. He was thrown out of the Navy because of it. And right after he gets tossed out of the Navy because he failed the drug test, he all of a sudden gets these multi-million-dollar deals with an energy company when he doesn't even have any background in that field. If he had a background in oil and gas, a lot of natural gas in the Ukraine. That's why people care about it. Well, plus they got a seaport. Russia doesn't have enough seaports, so they want that naval port there, the Russians. But it's more the natural gas than anything. He gets put on the board of directors of an oil and gas company right after he gets tossed out of the Navy on drug charges, and he has no experience in that business. Sarah Palin from Alaska has a lot of experience in the oil industry because it's a very important part of the Alaskan economy. Sarah Palin's more qualified to be on that Ukrainian board than Hunter Biden. And I heard one congressman say a couple days ago, I don't remember which one, it was a Republican, that they would like to see Hunter Biden in front of a Senate committee explain how and why he was on an energy company board in the Ukraine. I'd love to see that too. And Hunter Biden should, hey, listen, they hauled Don Jr. and Eric into committees to question them, right? And their father's the sitting president of the United States. All this controversy about Biden and Hunter Biden, especially in the Congress, I think Hunter Biden should be brought forward about this and should be questioned about it, and his father too. But if you could question Don Jr. and Eric Trump, Don Jr. and Eric Trump are the first sons. Two of them. There's three of them. You got Barron too. Let's not forget about Barron. They brought the first sons of the United States in front of congressional committees. Why can't you bring Hunter Biden? His dad's not even vice president anymore, and he never was president. So if you can bring the current first sons in front of congressional committees, certainly you can bring the son of a former vice president who is involved in this scandal. And with all this talk about the media saying, with the nothing there, it's absolutely amazing to me. Has anyone in the mainstream media even attempted to speak to Hunter Biden? Have they looked for him? Have they talked to him? Have they gone to him? I haven't seen them even attempt it. Have you? If they have, I have missed it. Oh, boy, I tell you. You know, it's really amazing. What Trump has to go through each and every day is really beyond imagination. Our number is toll-free from anywhere, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. That's Kane with a K, K-A-N-E, and the number 1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll be right back after this.
Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782.
People put off the medical care they need for a lot of reasons. My deductible is too high. I don't have insurance. My schedule is too hectic. I just can't afford it. The time for excuses is over. Thanks to Any Lab Test Now of Plantation, where they guarantee the lowest prices on all of their thousands of lab tests. PSA, only $34. Full cholesterol lipid panel, $28. Complete thyroid panel, $49. Diabetic A1C test, only $27. No doctor's order or prescription needed. All testing is always anonymous and confidential. In and out in 15 minutes or less. Most results in 24 to 48 hours. Make sure to ask about their allergy testing, which includes micronutrient and environmental allergies, and vitamin deficiency test, drug testing, you name it. Any Lab Test Now at Plantation, probably test for it. Any Lab Test Now at Plantation is located at 8367 West Sunrise Boulevard in the Jacaranda Plaza on the corner of University Drive and Sunrise Boulevard.
We have better weather in Florida than California. California is too cold at night. The beach is too cold. The water's too cold.
954-916-1072. Online, labtestingplantation.com. Take control of your health with Any Lab Test Now of Plantation. 954-916-1072.
Right now, the U.S. is in the midst of a deadly opioid epidemic. In South Florida alone, someone suffers an overdose every 2 hours, either from heroin, fentanyl, or some other prescription medication that's as close as the family medicine cabinet. In fact, mom and dad's medicine cabinet is frequently the gateway to the horrors of hardcore addiction down the road. Drug problems left unattended are only going to get worse. This is not something you can do on your own. You need expert professional help, and if your family is disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless, I'm here to tell you that help is available. Call my good friend Sal at The Edge Recovery, 561 area code 523-4325. This is his personal cell phone, 561-523-4325. If your loved one refuses treatment, The Edge Recovery will conduct an intervention and get them into the treatment plan that they need. The Edge Recovery offers every option, from intervention to 30-day rehab to sober living to counseling with a licensed therapist, as well as group therapy treatment. It's covered by most insurance, but no matter what your situation is, The Edge Recovery has options for you. Call Sal at The Edge Recovery. Do it today.
Montana had a blizzard. Yeah, that's global warming.
523-4325. Again, that's Sal's personal cell phone. 561-523-4325.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWN.
All right, welcome back. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show, on the radio since 1977. And listen, are you driving around on tires that are bald? Get over to Friendly Tire, all right? I mean, you know, they have thousands of used tires in stock, starting at just $30 for most sizes. And these are very good quality used tires. I have bought used tires at Friendly Tire, and they are great quality tires, starting at just $30 for most sizes. And the new tire prices are out of this world low. And again, I've been a customer of Friendly Tire for 10 years. And, you know, the Friendly Tire, I've wanted them to become an advertiser for a while, and I had to get Steve over there. And over the last few years, every time Steve would come up to me and tell me he just got new tires, I said, Steve, you gotta go to Friendly Tire. You're paying through the nose. You're getting ripped off. You need to go to Friendly Tire. And and it's happened 2-3 times. And he would always tell me he got tires. And I said, next time you get tires, he's got a big family with lots of cars. I said, next time you're going to buy tires, tell me first. I'll take you to Friendly Tire. And just coincidentally, a few months back, he says, oh, I got to go get new tires after the show on one of my cars. This was his Toyota van. I said, go over to Friendly Tire in Margate. I said, you are never going to find prices on new tires as low as Friendly Tire in Margate. It'll blow your mind. And I told Steve how low the prices were, and he didn't believe me. He's like, there's no way. I said, these are new tires. I'm telling you, Steve, go over there. So he went over there, and he called me about a half hour or so later. He says, I can't believe how low the new tires are over here at Friendly Tire. It's absolutely insanely low, you know? And I said, I've been telling you for years, man. And Steve's tires on his Toyota van, the lowest price we could find at the tire shops around town, I did the price comparison for him, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. That's brand new tires. $100 savings per tire. And Friendly Tire does not charge you to mount the tire. They don't charge you to balance the tire. They don't charge you the fake disposal fee for your old tires. The price they quote you is the price that's out the door and on the road. A $100 savings per tire. $75 a tire, not $175. New tires. I know, it's crazy. And you should get over to Friendly Tire too. Take your kids' cars over there. Take your wife's car over there. Everyone in my family is driving on the road on cars that have Friendly Tire tires on them. They have all the name brands too you like Goodyear, Firestone, and all the rest. And these prices are out of this world. Out of this world, low prices. My wife's car, the lowest price we could find around town, $165. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. That's a $90 savings per tire. And again, no mounting fee, no balancing fee. That's out the door and on the road. Give Friendly Mike a call. His number is 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online at friendlytire.net. Friendly Tire is located in Margate. I have their address listed at stevecaneshow.com if you want to go to stevecaneshow.com and put it into the navigation on your phone. But the address is 5415 Northwest 15th Street, and 15th Street is just a little north of Coconut Creek Parkway on the east side of State Road 7, 441. And give Mike a call. His number is at stevecaneshow.com, 954-977-9445. All right, yeah, so Democrats, I used to wonder why the Democrats supported illegals in this country. And I'm going to play you a clip here, this new mayor of Chicago on ICE. And when Trump first started doing the roundups with the ICE agents, you would hear local governments around America say that we will not cooperate with immigration and customs enforcement. There were even school districts who said that ICE agents, who are federal agents, by the way, a federal agent can go wherever the hell they want, but federal agents, they wouldn't let them in their schools, they wouldn't let them, and they're ordering their police not to cooperate. Let me play this for you. This is the mayor of Chicago yesterday.
We will never, ever succumb to the racist, xenophobic rhetoric of ICE. We will continue to ban ICE from having access to any CPD databases, which will not allow any CPD officer to cooperate with anything related to ICE and its immigration raids.
Okay, and there's a story today, a police officer somewhere. Where was this police officer fired? He he pulled a guy over who didn't have a driver's license and found out that he didn't show up to immigration court, turned him over to ICE. The cop's been fired, and the illegal is free in America. So, a lot of people wonder, why do these local governments support the illegals? Why are they obstructing justice? By the way, I don't know if what that mayor of Chicago is doing is lawful. And I don't know, what authority does she have as mayor over the police department in Chicago, by the way? I don't know. They don't have a police chief, they have a superintendent. But anyway, regardless of that, what she is saying is that she is mayor, the Chicago Police Department will obstruct justice. They will not cooperate with federal agents, that they will obstruct justice. I don't think that's legal. But anyway, the reason local governments, and this is at the state and local level, cities, counties, and states, the reason that they support the illegals in this country is not the vote. That's part of it, but it's a smaller part of it. Not for their votes. That's a part of it, but because the illegals and their children, they get boatloads of money from the federal government for them. Their school systems are filled with either children that are illegal or the children of illegals, right? You know, illegals in a lot of these communities use the emergency room as a free clinic. They go in for a runny nose. They come out with a, $6,000 bill. They're doing CAT scans to see if they've got a nasal infection when all they need is a little Tylenol cold. And so what happens? The local county hospitals turn that over to the government. The federal government covers the bill. The school systems get money. If we made it impossible for illegal aliens to attend public school, the school overcrowding issues in California and many other communities in this country would be over. They'd be over, okay? They'd be over, done. But they don't want, the left don't want the overcrowding. That's money into their local county. It's money into their state. Even among, police forces, in places like Southern California, the city police departments, the county jails and everything, they get so much money for their police force, for their jail system, for their hospital district, for their school systems, because of the number of illegals that are using either the school, the jail, the police, or other public services. It's votes are a part of it, but it's not the biggest part. And I didn't realize that until Trump was doing roundups and school district stops started saying, we are not going to let ICE in our school. That's why. Because they don't want to ease overcrowding. Getting the illegals out means they get less money. Because they get money per student. Say, good morning, you're on the radio. Oh, my goodness. Oh, please. I tell you. I don't mind crank callers, but I like crank callers to have talent. The only thing that aggravates me about I don't mind crank callers. Crank callers are like a compliment that somebody cares enough to try to, Baba Booey you or something. That somebody would care that much to do. That's an honor to me. That's like, oh, wow, they're, But I like them to have a little bit of talent or be able to one-up me or at least attempt to one-up me. But that's, so this mayor of Chicago, a lot of the gun violence in Chicago, by the way, is, it's not all black on black. The blacks get a bad rap up there. A lot of it is gang-related, Hispanic versus black gangs versus Hispanic gangs. Chicago and Illinois, they have a lot of illegal aliens in that area that are doing what? Involved in crime, murder, drug deal, all kinds of problems going on up there. It's not all black. It's illegal aliens and, legal U.S. citizens who have been born and raised here who are black too. But, think about this. If you got rid of all the illegals in Chicago, what would that do to the crime rate? It would go down. It would probably go down significantly. So here you have a mayor who's telling her police force to obstruct justice with federal agents, and she wants to keep the crime rate high. There you go. That's the American left today. Hey, listen, we're going to take a break. It's our last break of the show. The show has flown by. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show, on the radio since 1977. We'll be right back.
But enrollment is here. This is the one time of year you can make changes to your Medicare plan. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors, 954-753-8080, 954-753-8080, and have her review your Medicare plan, 954-753-8080.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home with or without a mortgage, if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender NMLS 166254.
This is Steve Kane inviting you to come see the all-new Toyota of Hollywood. You know, for the past 4 years in a row, Toyota of Hollywood has been #1 in volume for Toyota sales in the southeast region of the United States. There are lots of places you can shop for a new car, but there is only one Toyota of Hollywood where you will be treated like royalty. The service you receive at Toyota of Hollywood is second to none. No high-pressure sales, no hassle, no haggling, just the best deal on the brand new Toyota of your choice. At Toyota of Hollywood, there is a full line of new and pre-owned Toyotas sure to meet the needs of you and your family. I drive a Sienna van, plenty of room, not only for the kids, but for the grandkids as well. It's roomy, it's comfortable, it drives like a dream. And then there's my favorite model of Toyota, the Camry. I've owned 3 of them over the years, and boy, are they made to last. That's right, you take care of your Toyota.
Yeah, you need a passport to go, yeah.
Then, of course, as a
That's crazy. You need a passport to go to Canada?
The fabulous Corolla, the ultimate in driving efficiency.
I know it's nuts, isn't it?
Perfectly for that first car. When you shop at Toyota of Hollywood, make sure you ask for Steve Ostrov. That's right, he's the GM. He's a big Steve Kane fan, and he's going to give you the deal of a lifetime. The new Toyota of Hollywood, 400,000 square feet with the most gorgeous Toyota automobiles you have ever seen. Located between Sheridan Street and Hollywood Boulevard on Highway 441, open till midnight. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
This is Brian Craig with a huge announcement from MyPillow. Right now, at MyPillow.com, you can get deep discounts.
Hey there.
Pillow. My daughter Emily sleeps
Get
on
one,
my
they're easy to
pillow.
get.
Even my dog Nina is sleeping on her MyPillow pet bed. The discounts include buy one MyPillow, get the second for free. The Giza Dream Sheets, the mattress topper, the MyPillow dog bag, the MyPillow body pillow for only $29.99. But you got to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout. All MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty.
Yeah, 'cause 9/11.
.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials and get these huge discounts on all MyPillow products when you use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, or call 1-800-716.
You can always get a new one. I had to send for my birth certificate with the raised seal to get my passport a few years back.
Radio special deals. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click the new radio listener specials and use the promo code
I'm going to talk about that
KANE,
one after the gold report.
K-A-N-E.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for it.
All right. We are back. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. On the line, we have William Youngerman from William Youngerman Incorporated with the morning's gold report. William Youngerman, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you and the metals?
Very good. The metals are doing great. Yesterday we had an exciting day with the metals putting in a reversal after getting down to about $1,458. They turned around with a vengeance, moving up on a weaker stock market, a stronger bond market, money going to the safe havens of gold again, and the Dow dropping over 200 points, and the U.S. dollar a little bit weaker gave gold enough fuel to close up $7 on the day. at 1478.60. As I said, the low is 1458 on the day. So the market definitely put in a reversal. Silver was up 24 cents at $17.20 the ounce, while platinum was down $5 at $8.75, and palladium was down $18 at $16.38. This morning we see continued follow-through on these markets, with the Dow Jones expected to open up down over another 100
I can't
points.
wait either, Rob.
The 30-year bonds trading back around that 2.09.
Have you done your online check-in yet? To
To
save you some time.
support area for the bonds. If that breaks that, then we could see gold really start moving back up again.
Yeah, me too.
The
I
gold
wish.
right now up $9.40, $1,488 the ounce. Silver up 8 cents at $17.28.
Call me and he'll walk you through it. He did me.
$77, and palladium up $12 at $1,650.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, listen, give William Youngerman's office a call, 1-800-327-5010, 1-800-327-5010, online, williamyoungerman.com, or stop in person. They're located in Boca Raton, just east of US 1 Federal Highway, on the south side of Palmetto Park Road, on the first floor of the Bank of America building. All right, William Youngerman, we'll talk tomorrow. All right, you two take care. Oh, man, that's some great news there. Oh, by the way, the Steve Kane Cruise is a little more than a month away. If you are joining us on the Steve Kane Cruise, do your online check-in. It's going to save you some time. And if you don't know how to do the online check-in, call Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot. He will walk you through it. He walked me through it, and I was able to do the online check-in just using the internet browser on my phone. But call Ian, he'll walk you through it. Now, if you have not already made reservations to join us, there are a few cabins left on board the ship. The ship is filling up, and it's almost full. And if you call Ian, there are still a few cabins available on the Celebrity Silhouette. Join us. You're going to have a great time. First stop out of Fort Lauderdale is the Cayman Islands. We're going to go to Costa Maya. We're going to go to Cozumel. We've got a lot of shipboard activities. The one thing I'm really excited about, a lot of things because I need the vacation. I'm bringing my daughter Emily with me this time. Is we're having our sail away party, which I've always wanted to have. Because I used to watch The Love Boat. And on the Love Boat, they would always show them all the stars, having the party on the side of the ship when they leave. And I've been on a lot of cruises and never had that experience. So we are having a sail away party, and this is a special event. It is open to only people inside the Steve Kane group, not to everyone on the ship. And we are going to be on the bow of the ship where the helicopter pad is. And we're going to have a private champagne party with officers from the ship as we are sailing out of Port Everglades out into the Atlantic Ocean and start our steam voyage, first stop Cayman Islands. And we've got a lot of activities just like that are just for the people in our group. It is a great time. I love it. And I'm very sociable with people in the group. And I hang out with you guys all the time, all day, all night, if you want. You don't have to hang out with us, but if you want to, you can. And of course, we have dinner together every night, and in the best seating in the dining room, where every table in our group is a sea view with a big old window looking out on the ocean, and it's so much fun just sitting there having dinner and conversation every night with the ocean. And we set it up so we have the early dining. So it's still light when we're eating, so you really get a good view of the ocean. And then we have the whole nighttime together. They have the Broadway shows we go to together. We hang out in the casino, at the bars, at the club. We just have a great time together. Listen, call Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot. Join us. You'll be very glad you did. I promise you. 561-244-5779. The Steve Kane Cruise to the Cayman Islands, Costa Maya, where we're going to visit as a group the Mayan ruins. And Cozumel, if you've already joined us and you've not signed up for the shore excursion in Costa Maya, where we're going to go and visit the Mayan ruins, call Ian and join up with that, because that's going to be a great time. 561-244-5779. One last thing, just got a couple of minutes here. Sometimes you'll hear people talk about in this post-Harvey Weinstein Me Too era how the liberals have taken over everything in Hollywood. And every movie and TV show, now there's no more leading men. It's all leading women, and the men are the second banana. You know, and I saw something last night. It was upsetting to me a little bit. There's a new Star Trek series coming out with Patrick Stewart called Star Trek Picard. And Patrick Stewart is not even the star of his own show that's named after him, Star Trek Picard. They got a female who's the lead. He is a supporting actor on his own show. And I watched last night. I was a big fan of Jag. Do you guys remember Jag with David James Elliott as Harmon Rapp? I love Jag. I love Jag. It was because of that movie with Tom Cruise, A Few Good Men, I think is where that show was born from. And I used to love Jag. And it went off the air like 15 years ago, and it was a great show. And the people that do Jag, or did Jag, do these NCIS shows. And the David James Elliott and the actress that played Mac, the female love interest on the show, did a guest spot on NCIS Los Angeles, right? Which I never watched that show. I watched it once and it was so stupid, but I watched this week's episode because it had the two people from Jag, and I thought, oh wow, maybe they're going to do they're going to incorporate them into the show. I'll start watching it because I like David James Elliott. I love Jag. And sure enough, the feminization of Hollywood, they were both in it, but the main character was the female. And it looks to me that they're either going to do a spinoff with the female lead. You remember she was Mac on Jag, or she's going to become the new female lead on NCIS Los Angeles. Not David James Elliott. Men need not apply in Hollywood. The liberal feminists have taken over Hollywood. You know, it's true. They made Captain Marvel a chick. Everything's that's what they're destroying Hollywood. They're destroying TV. I know. It seems minor compared to them removing our president from office in their dreams, but I just thought I would mention that. Hey, listen, we are all out of time. Show's been very hot today. I think it's the Starbucks coffee, the blonde Americano coffee this morning. The show has been hot. Some great callers, some new callers, including that gay corporal from Ohio. A great call from the gay corporal cop. Just some great calls today, new callers, people challenging me. I always love that. And hey, listen, we're going to be back tomorrow at 6 a.m., all right? My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. All right, guys, have a very good day, and I'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. All right, Facebook Live, see you guys later. Hey, everyone on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Right? Subscribe, click the notification bell. I stream all the time. Oh, man. I know. Pretty good show today. And some really good callers. I think we had great callers today. Absolutely spectacular callers today. You know, it's the only people that don't like Trump are like creeps. Have you noticed that? You know, you don't get like decent people that are anti-Trump, do you? When is the last time you heard a decent person who was not inappropriate in any way hate Trump? See, I take this microphone home. I podcast at home with this microphone. And yeah, I've had this microphone since 1998. So I've had this microphone for 21 years. I can buy a new one, but it's like my security blanket. I love it. I'll bring this on the cruise, you guys, Sarah. I'm going to podcast from the cruise. You guys want to see what it looks like outside? I'm going to walk out to the car. I'll take you guys with me. Just give me a minute. I turn all the power off after the show. I unplug everything. Because, well, just in case. It was wet when I came in, but I have no windows, so I'm sure it's still wet. I just don't know if it's raining. I get out here a little faster because I'm alone. I don't usually get out of the studio quite as quick as I am right now. You're still here? I'll take you guys outside. You'll see it was raining earlier. Let's see if it still is. Got the mic, got my computer. Take the rest of my coffee. Let's see here. I gotta take this device too. Take you guys with me here. Here's the studio. There's Steve's studio. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, almost spilled my coffee. Don't want to do that. I've never live streamed with my GoPro. It seems to be kind of a pain in the butt to stream with the GoPro. And then Steve's studio door is right here. It was raining. Let's see if it's still on. Make sure. Oh no, it's not raining. It's not sunny out because it was raining. How you doing? Good. See palm trees. No sun today. Oh boy, it's raining where you're at? Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's not raining. But I like it to be not quite so dark. I'd like the sun to be out, but maybe later. It's got to rain even in Florida. Hold on. Oh boy. Ugh. Trump is a criminal? Tell me about that. Why? What makes you say that? What has Trump done that's criminal? Really? Trump's a criminal? Oh my gosh. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to take off, but make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell, and like the video.